Greetings, everyone.
Hey, welcome to the Masters of Boredom. This is a different kind of live stream. It's an exciting one too. Ooh, I just noticed how dark it is on my face. I should do something about that. Let's light me up. There we go.
Light that beautiful grill up.
Now I look a little bit more presentable, and you can see my face. There we go. Hey, everybody. So what we're doing here is prototyping a
This
board
is one of
game.
my favorite AAA titles, Aaron. Just so you know.
We are prototyping a board game that doesn't exactly exist yet, and that's because it is still, so to speak, all in my head. But we're gonna change that. I've been working on it. I worked on it for about I want to say a year. It may have been less than that. It may have been like 6 months. It wasn't the world's longest length of time that I was working on it, but basically, I wanted to build a deck building game around one of my favorite media properties. Let me guess, says the audio is too low. Let me check my mic is at a semi-appropriate level. I can't go too high or else I'll pop, Lynn. That's why I'm keeping it down relatively. But CJ,
Do I
how you
sound
sound?
okay?
You sound okay to me, and you're just on the edge of popping yourself. So we're about as far as we can push you to.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, so this is something I devised. For those who aren't familiar with deck building games, because I sent an invite to the Tex Murphy Facebook page. Let me just give a brief rundown of what it is. Like, you don't have to think like it's anything super complicated, like Magic the Gathering or any of those collectible card games that you have to keep nickel and diming you to death. A deck building game, you basically get a small deck of cards to start with, and over the course of the game, you're going to continue to procure more cards to add to your deck to make it stronger. So you build the deck as you play it. And I thought, what better motif for a Tex Murphy deck building game than to have you go to several different locations to find the clues and the questions that you need in order to ultimately take down the bad guy as to what they're doing. Let me just briefly exclaim that I am basing this game on the four cases of Texas that I am most familiar with, which is Under a Killing Moon, the Pandora Directive, Overseer, and finally Tesla Effect. Overseer and Tesla Effect aren't ready yet. Under Killing Moon and the Pandora Directive are both still in the testing phase. But they're ready to be tested. They are complete and ready to go. So I also have 11 characters made up out of a possible 15 to start with. Was the original plan, but once this is all finished and I have everything made, there will probably be an expansion that I will make that will include Mean Streets, Martian Memorandum, and the Poison Pawn. So look forward to that once this is all finished. If it's ever finished. At one point, I gave up on it and I put this whole thing out onto the internet and I said it's open source now. If anybody else wants to work on it and see if they can finish it, they're welcome to it. Go right ahead. So I may reach that point again. But lately, I don't know if it's just due to the quarantine or the fact that I finally have a computer chair that I'm comfortable in. It's so nice. It even has the back cushion also doubles as a USB massager. Who knew that was a thing? And it's awesome. Anyway, so I'm on a tangent again. Anyway, long story short, I found myself sitting at my computer and I was like, huh, I wonder if it would be difficult to import the Tex Murphy game that I've been working on into Tabletop Simulator, because up until this point, I'd only ever used real cards, which I actually do have a working prototype. And it turned out that it was actually easier than even I knew. And I was like, if it's that easy, I got to try it. So sure enough, I managed to get everything in. So it's here and it's ready to play. So I'm going to briefly explain how it works. The base system that I'm working from is called Vehemence. That's not just the name of this particular Tex Murphy episode, as it were. It's also the base name of the game engine that I built. I plan on if people like Tex Murphy Vehemence and people really seem to enjoy it, I plan on hopefully adapting it for other properties that I love that I would also love to see to get some kind of board game equivalent. Things like Leverage and Farscape, and who knows, like Mega Man needs a decent board game. Why not? Uh, but the core of Vehemence is very simple. It operates on two currencies, which is questions. This basically stands for like exploration, looking for things, finding your way. Um, and clues represented by an exclamation mark. These don't have to just be clues. I called them clues in the Tex Murphy game. But in the Vehemence engine, the exclamation mark stands for anything that gives you forward progress against an obstacle. If you find the inventory item you need to complete a puzzle, that's an exclamation point. If you learn how to punch somebody really hard, that's an exclamation point you can use against an enemy. Anything that you can use as a weapon, whether physical or mental, to defeat an obstacle in front of you, those are exclamation points. So we have exploration and we have action, so to speak. In the Tex Murphy game, this is no different. I just call them questions for the question mark and clues for the exclamation mark. It's just easier. And we use these to do two different things. For the most part, you're going to be using those questions to buy new characters to add to your deck. Each deck of character cards, there's 10 of them, and there's 4 different cards. There's a common card, of which there are 4. There's an uncommon card, of which there are 3. There's a rare card, of which there are 2, and there's an ultimate card, there's only 1. The ones on top of these are all the ultimates, so you're going to see some rather high numbers, but don't let that bother you. So this is an example of a character card. It's Chelsea's ultimate. Get your hands off me, you pervert. Punch. And you can see it's worth comparatively, it's worth a lot. This gives you 5 clues which you can use to defeat enemies and obstacles, and that's a high number. It also costs a lot, 7 questions in order to quote unquote buy this card and add it to your deck. Most, if not all, of the character cards also have an additional ability of some kind, like this one, which allows you to defeat a non-critical enemy or puzzle in play that has captured any cards without paying its cost. Chelsea likes to stop people from putting their hands on things. So she will punch you out if you do
She
that.
don't take no guff.
She takes no guff. This is Chelsea we're talking about here. She's a girl from the street. She knows what's up. And all of the characters have their own unique abilities and differences. Dolores Lightbody, she's not much of action, but she gives you a lot of questions, an awful lot of questions to do with as you may choose. However, her ultimate does turn questions into clues, which is fantastic for her. Wanda is great at disposing of things that are in your way. She will dispose of a lot of the trash cards in your deck. And then her ultimate turns each trashed 0-cost card into a clue, which that number can skyrocket, especially if you're playing with multiple players. Wanda can be lethal. All of these can be really, really good in the right hands or combined with the right cards. So how do you buy these? Well, like anything in the Tex Murphy universe, you got to go looking for it. So I'm going to put these back on top of my deck, and I'll reshuffle that. Oops, accidentally put that in my hand, but I'm going to fix that. There we go. All right, so there's 8 locations in every game. This is the location deck. I only have 12 made up so far, but there's going to be more. So every game you play can be a one of 4 different cases, can be any number of these characters, and can be any number of locations. So the game's going to be different every time you play it. We generally you can, if you want to take a challenge, you can just randomly draw 8 different locations. I don't recommend that because the game might get too hard, but who knows. So generally speaking, you're always going to want Tex's office as a location. This is the easiest location in the game. Oops, I pressed the wrong button there. This lets you discover cards for free. I'll get to what discover means in a minute. And it's basically just a base location that I include in every game. Granted, you don't have to. If you want to up the challenge, you can take Tex's office out of the game however you want. But there's a good mix of challenging locations that you may have to. Let me move things up a little bit so we have space. May have made things too big here in an effort to get like the perfect space on the table. But anyway, there's also harder locations that require clues in order to discover these things. So let me just kind of do like just a random mix here. This is not bad actually. Put 3 cards to midnight there, and wow, it's almost perfect. Okay, so generally speaking, what you want are 2 or 3 easy locations, and these are what I call the friendly locations on Chandler Avenue. There's Rook's Pawn, which only costs 1, and you can use a question or a clue, your choice, to discover cards here. Rook makes things easy for you. You can also discard cards from your hand to gain a clue for each card that you discard. That's the act of selling him your useless stuff. It gets you clues and actions, which is nice. There's a Golden Gate Hotel. Once per turn, you may swap a face-up card here with a face-up card from any other location, yada, yada, yada. They all have their abilities. The ones with a 1 and either a question or a clue are the easier ones, because it doesn't cost much and you can use either currency. However, you may note there are other types, like the Fuchsia Flamingo. You can still use either or. You can use a combination of 2 if you want, but it needs 2 to discover a card here. And the harder locations just require 2 clues. They will not take questions at all. You need to have clues to even get in the place. So let's just assume we're going to go with that, because that's a really good starting location that I just randomly did. So I'm really kind of happy with that. On your turn, you're basically going to take your player marker and you're going to go to these locations one at a time. And there's going to be like a pile of cards on this location. Now, they're going to be face down, so you're not going to know what they are. So in order to find out, you need to discover them, and that's what that cost in the upper left-hand corner of the cost in the upper left-hand corner of the location card is. That's how much it is to flip over the top card of a card at that location. Once it's flipped over, you may then purchase that card if you can afford it. In this case, I can't, because we're just starting off, and 7's a lot. But that's because the way the decks turned out, all the ultimates wound up on top. But we'll shuffle those and whatnot. So that's the discover mechanic in a nutshell, and that's basically just how it works. You can go to as many different locations during a turn as you want. There's no limit to how many locations you can visit in a single turn, excepting the fact that your friends will get mad at you if you take too long. You can continue doing things as long as you have currency in your starting hand, cards that you can play for stuff, and actions you can do on the locations. However, at some point you will run out of things to do, and you're going to end your turn. But where you end your turn is usually up to you, and that can be important. Let me go ahead and explain the assist feature. So say there's a card here. I'm just going to pick this at random. There we go. Say there's a card here that we really need to beat. The GRS security bot. He's pretty mean. He's a trap card for one thing. He sets off a bad thing to happen when he flips up. But he also, if he's defeated, the Moonchild gets easier for everybody to defeat. So that's really good. So we'd really like to take him down. However, I don't have 5 clues. I only have 1. And CJ tells me that he's got 4 clues in his hand. And that's not enough either. Well, I'm like, okay, I can end my turn here at the Fuchsia Flamingo, where the bot is, don't ask. And I decide that this card, no, this one that's in my hand, what happened to my clue? Oh, I shuffled them. I had a clue in here. Let's just assume I had a clue. There it is. All right. So I have a clue in my hand. I can't use it, so I say, okay, CJ, I'm gonna set this on my player mat, as it were. I don't have actual player mats yet. I will. They're gonna be identical to these, except they'll have Tex Murphy on them. And they'll have a spot for your card, for your assist card. You may lay one assist card down at the end of your turn. Only one. You can't do more than one. And it has to be used at the location that your character has ended their turn at. So if I end my turn at the Fuchsia Flamingo and I set aside this clue, on his turn, CJ can decide to come to the Fuchsia Flamingo and play my card. So he gets to play my clue and get the clue off of it and add it to his 4, and he can successfully defeat the GRS security bot. So players are encouraged to work together whenever possible. And it really helps out if you all stack up. The more players there are, the more assisting you can do. You can have multiple people laying cards down at a location just to have one person come by and use them all. And it's a valid tactic for taking down some of the bigger, more difficult enemies and puzzles. All right, so two other things to be aware of. If you don't have anything in particular that you want, or if there's no character cards on the board that you've discovered that you want to buy or can afford to buy, if you have 3, you always have the option of buying an Interrogate card. This is slightly better than your standard Investigate cards. It provides 2 questions instead of 1, and it costs 3 questions. Any cards that you buy, I should also mention, go into your discard pile. They don't go into your hand or on top of your deck. They go into your discard pile, and they will show up later, but you don't get them right away. So the Interrogate card is an option if you don't want anything else. Finally, there's a penalty card of sorts. It's the Red Herring card. Doesn't come up very often, but when it does, it can be kind of a bummer because it doesn't do anything. It just sits in your deck, and it'll be a useless card in your hand. However, you can turn it to your advantage. In order to destroy a red herring and get it out of your deck for good, you have to destroy another card in your hand that's not a red herring. Now, you can use this to get rid of some 0-cost cards, your starting cards, that you don't need anymore because you've got stronger ones, and it'll slim up your deck. So a good use of red herrings can actually improve your deck and make you stronger. But if you don't get rid of them, they just kind of clog up your deck and cause you trouble, unless you happen to be the one character who really makes use of red herrings. Good old Archie. Archie, the alien conspiracy theorist, knows all about red herrings and loves them. So keep that in mind. All right, so we've got our location set up. So now let's set us up a game. There's 2 of us playing, me and CJ.
Yeah.
So for 2 players, there's a grid. It's written up in the rules, but basically you add 2 more characters than the number of players. So for 2 players, there's going to be 4 characters. So CJ, why don't you pick 4 of these characters out of these 11? Any 4 you want. Go nuts.
All right.
We also have to take the main case deck, which will be these 20 cards from Under a Killing Moon, and the critical deck, but we don't put them together. The critical deck stays aside from the main case deck, and I'll explain why in a second. As soon as CJ's done, he's got one more, I think. Ooh,
There you go.
gotta love Wanda. Okay, so we take our main case deck, and we take the characters that he added. Because there is how do I explain this? There's also going to be additional challenges to be added if you have multiple players. For 1 player, it's just 3 characters and the case deck. But for 2 players, you have to add another 10 cards, and you'll have a choice of adding either an inventory puzzle card set. There's 10 of those, or just a generic thugs set of bad guys cards that you can also add to the deck as additional challenges. Since I don't have those made, what I do instead is I'm going to shuffle the Pandora Directive case deck, which is a different case to Under a Killing Moon, and I'm going to cut it in half to give me 10 cards. and I'll just use those as the 10 new cards. It makes things slightly more difficult, especially considering what I've just seen, but but there you go. So with 2 players, you should have a 70 card deck, 4 character decks of 10, the case deck of 20, and an additional deck of 10 challenges. So we've got 70 cards. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip these over. I'm going to shuffle them, and I'm going to split them in 8. If you were doing this with real cards, the easiest way to do this is to just cut the deck in half, and then cut it in half again, and then cut it in half again. And that'll get you 8. But oops, did I nope, I just didn't pick up the whole deck. Okay, so let me do that. Or no, that's just 1 card. That was supposed to go with that. There we go. All right. And so you split it into 8 smaller decks, and these go to all the locations. Like so. And voila. Hopefully at some point on Tabletop Simulator, I will have a script set up that can do all of this for you. Assuming it's not monstrously impossible for me to figure out. Fingers crossed. The last thing we need to do is we need to set up the critical deck. These are 5 cards. These are the main baddies. If you know the Tex Murphy games at all, you probably already know who these people are. Hey, Tikanjia. I just saw you post. I'm sorry, I didn't have the chat popped out. I should have taken care of that ahead of time, but that's all right. Is this the card game I made? Yes, this is the card game I am still making, quote unquote. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. All right, so now that that's popped up and I can see it, let's move on. All right, so this is the critical deck. There are 5 separate cards, and they go in a critical row above the playfield. There will be like a board or a mat for this when all is said and done. But for now, we just put them above the main playfield. These are the main bad guys, and they don't show up for a while. If you've played a text game, you know that the main bad guys usually don't show their face until later in the case. But in our case, just as we're fighting enemies and solving puzzles, we're also working against the clock. This is the clock. I was thinking of setting it to 2 for us, but I'll just explain briefly. So, in the finished game, I planned on having an actual clock, like the clock face of the clock tower that Tex and Big Jim Slade have their showdown in at the end of Overseer. And it counts down from either 3 or 2, whether you've decided to play on entertainment mode or gamer mode. Gamer mode gives you fewer rounds between critical enemies doing their thing. And mind you, the critical enemies can do some pretty nasty things. So the more rounds before they show up, the better. So on entertainment mode, the easier mode, you'll have 3 rounds between. And on gamer mode, you'll have just 2 rounds between. And I think, CJ, you and I should try this for Under a Killing Moon, because we've never lost a game of Under a Killing Moon in all of our playtests. So I want to make it a bit harder and see how it goes. Does that sound all right to you?
I've died before. It's not that hard.
Yeah. Well, we took it on the chin of Aeon's End. If we lose here,
Yeah,
then,
we did.
You know,
yeah, we did.
We'll completely understand.
It'll be all right. We can handle this.
All right. So that's basically the gist of it. We'll both take a turn, and then when it comes back around to the first player again, whoever that is, we drop this down by 1. And then we both take a turn again, and then when it comes around to the first player again, we drop this down, and if it ever reaches 0, we have to stop, and we have to do critical row, which means we take the leftmost card in critical row, we flip it up. If it does anything, we have to do what it says. And they generally add menace and trouble for you to think about. And somewhere in here is how you lose the game. Actually, there's 2 ways to lose the game now that I think about it. The first way is to let the critical bad guys win, whatever they're trying to accomplish. In our case, the Moonchild will be looking to capture our character cards, and if it captures enough of them, then they win, because they'll once they have enough people, they're just gonna send down a horrible plague to the planet and kill everybody. So we got to stop them before they get enough people, before they get ready to do it. Every case is different, the losing condition. The other losing condition is if more than half of the 8 locations are empty. This indicates that Tex is running low on leads and time has effectively run out. Like he doesn't have any more space anymore. So it adds another dimension to, do you want to buy that last card at that location knowing that you'll empty it out? Sometimes it's better to just leave it there and leave the location with one card left. But again, that's a matter of how you want to play, so to speak. So I think I have just mumbled my way through this whole thing, and we're basically ready to play. So
You ready to do this?
yeah, I'm gonna shuffle my starting deck again, and I draw 5 cards. It's always 5. And CJ, do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
Go ahead, man.
All right, I'll indicate what we're doing here. So I have 4 investigates and 1 clue. The first thing I'm going to do is go to Tex's office. Because, as always, going to Tex's office, you can discover cards for free. So I don't have to pay anything to flip up the top card. And I can reveal that it is Pug. Pug is an enemy, which requires 4 clues to defeat. When you defeat him, you actually gain Pug to your deck. He joins your team, as it were, and you can use him for 2 questions. And when you play that card, you're allowed to discard a card from your hand and draw another one, because he likes to steal Tex's money. What
happened to your background, Aaron?
Did it go away?
Yeah, I think it's in your deck now.
In my deck?
I think it's in this deck.
Oh.
I think it got sucked up.
How? Oh, you know what? I don't see how that's possible, to be honest. Oh,
Flip it over.
Yeah,
there it is.
That
so what you do, set it down and then lock them.
Oh,
won't do that anymore.
I didn't lock it. My bad. Then again,
Yeah,
I didn't need to. I never had that happen before. All right.
You should be able to just highlight it and lock it.
There we go. I just wanted to.
Yeah.
I can't find that option.
It is right click it and
toggles. There it is.
Lock.
All right, we're gonna lock that thing down. We'll lock all of the. Sorry guys, I'm still kind of new to Tabletop Simulator and how this all works. So, I'm just gonna lock all of the location cards so that doesn't happen again. I mean, it means I won't be able to pick them up off the table after we're done, but you know.
Well, they're not going anywhere anyway.
This will stop them from disappearing into the deck. All right.
Okay.
Toggle, lock, and toggle. Oh, you already did that one. Thanks. All right. So that deck was down here. That deck was down.
And then this was the other one? Okay.
Yeah. I think what I meant to do, and I screwed up, was to flick. Yeah, that was what I meant to do. So the card wasn't actually Pug. Pug is on the bottom of that deck. Good to know. Instead, we found Rudy the Upholsterer. He's pretty easy to put down. Just need 2 clues. When you defeat it, you get to draw a card and put it either in your hand or on top of your deck, and then destroy that card. Some puzzles will come to you when they're done. They go in a special puzzles pile, which is separate from your discard pile, because puzzles in your puzzles pile can sometimes be used as weapons. So Dave Thompson's here too, and Adam for that fact. All right, so that one I was able to discover for free, but I can't put it down. So I'm going to move to Rook's pawn, I think, and I'm going to play an investigate card for 1 question, which, because it costs me either a question or a clue to discover here, I can go ahead and discover the top card and reveal that it is. Ooh, it's a Chelsea. I don't think I can afford it. Oh, yes, I can. It's a disastrous date Chelsea. If you've played another Chelsea card this turn, you may destroy a card in your hand or discard pile to gain an interrogate card without paying its cost. So that'll give you an interrogate card for free, but only if she's pissed at you. It costs 3 questions, and it's also worth 2 clues. That would not be bad, but I'm going to see if there's anything else I might be more interested in. So I'm going to head over to... Let's head over to 3 cards to midnight to make things interesting. 3 cards to midnight is a great place for puzzles. They cost a -1 clue here, so they make puzzles easier to take down. I'll flip over the top card and reveal. Ooh, we found something from Pandora Directive. We found David Wright. Costs 4. 4 clues. Add to your puzzles pile. You may destroy this card to make one puzzle box cost 2. -2. That's useful, but only if a puzzle box manages to show up. So I had to spend a clue from my hand to discover that card, so I'm left with 3 questions. I'm going to go ahead and drop the 3 questions and come back to Rook's Pawn and spend my 3 questions on the Disastrous Date Chelsea. And because I bought it, it goes in my discard pile. And then I don't really have anything else I can do this turn. So I end my turn by drawing the next hand I'm going to have of 5. And then I pass control to CJ, and CJ may take his turn.
Yay! And when can we buy the Interrogate cards, Aaron? Any time?
Anytime you want. You don't have to
Okay.
be in any particular location either. You just say I'm gonna buy an Interrogate and just spend three questions. You
Gotcha.
can snap it up.
That is fair. I think
What you gonna do?
I think we're gonna scoot ourselves right over to the tower.
Coit Tower.
And I'm going to spend an investigate, I think.
Okay, to see what's going on there.
Yeah. Ooh.
And make sure you pick up 1 card, not the whole deck.
Blast it. Give me 1. Thank you.
All right.
Ba, ba, ba.
It's a laser blade.
Yeah, it is.
2 clues can defeat it. You can add it to your puzzles pile, and you can use it later to defeat the Knickerbocker without paying its cost, which is a pretty good deal considering the Knickerbocker costs 5, I think, 4 or 5.
Right. Now, because this is a puzzle and we're at the tower,
If an enemy or puzzle card is face up here, you can destroy a card in your hand or discard pile, and it will cost -2 clues to defeat it this turn. So if you're willing to destroy a card in your hand or discard pile, you can just take it.
yeah, I think I'm gonna toss and investigate.
Ooh.
I'll just get rid of that
Yeah, put the
there, and
destroyed cards. We'll put the destroyed cards next to the locations for now.
all right. So we'll take that. Does puzzle stay out then?
Yeah, puzzle cards stay out. They don't go in your deck. You can use them whenever it's applicable.
All right.
So just
I
put
guess we'll
them in a
kinda...
separate pile,
Yeah.
other than your
You're
discard
right.
pile or your deck.
And then I think we'll spend another investigate here, and let's see what the next card is.
Why not? It's Fran.
Ooh.
It's Francesca, hot-blooded woman. Costs 4
Yes, she
questions.
is.
Gives you 1 clue, and if you played another Francesca card this turn, you gain 2 more clues. So it could potentially be worth 3 if you have a bunch of Francesca cards.
Right. I am going to move up to Tex's office.
Ooh. Do you have 2 clues?
I've got 2 clues.
Nice.
So I'll take him for my very own.
You don't keep him.
Okay.
Enemies you generally don't keep. There are exceptions to that fact, but you can go ahead and when you defeat him, you get to draw a card and put it either in your hand or on top of your deck, and then destroy that card. So
Okay, let's see here. That's a clue.
It's a clue. So you can either put it in your hand and play it right away, or you can put it back on top of your deck. It's up to you.
I guess we'll take it.
All right, but the Rudy card is destroyed.
All right. Yeah. Let's see here. I guess I got one more, right?
Yeah,
We might as well.
Well, Texas office is free, so you can just go ahead and flip the top card over without spending a thing.
Might as well, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, mama.
That's Franco. That's a good card to have. He's an enemy.
Yeah.
You have to spend 5 clues to take him down. But he offers you a bargain. At the start of the round, which is when we do the critical row thing, players may choose to discover all face-down cards in New San Francisco for free if they flip the leftmost face down card in critical row face up.
Oh my.
So
That's risky business right
it's a
there.
devil's bargain. But if you defeat him, you gain that card, and he gives you 3 clues every time you play him. So that's not a bad deal either.
That is true.
But it's an expensive card to put down.
Right. I'm gonna scoot over here with you, bud.
All right.
And I'm gonna spend that last clue to flip this over.
Oops, I'm still hovering over the same thing. It's an I for value rook. 3 questions. When you play it, you get to draw a card, and if you've played another rook card that turn, you get to draw another card. So it could conceivably give you 2 cards.
Yeah, that's
But
not bad.
it's worth no questions or exclamations or clues, I should say.
All right. All right. Well, that is my turn. We dropped a 5, right?
Yep, draw up to 5.
And we shuffle the deck.
Yeah, you shuffle your discard, and it becomes your new deck.
All right.
Since it's come back to my turn, we lower the countdown clock by 1.
Dun dun dun.
All right. So I have 2 clues. It's not enough to take out David Wright. I'm 1 short. I do have 3 investigate, so I could buy an eye for value rook. I can't defeat anything with what I've got, so I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go to the Golden Gate Hotel, and we're gonna discover another card here. I'm gonna play a clue to discover at the Golden Gate Hotel. There's Wanda.
Oh, Wanda.
Hello, Wanda. That's Undercover Operation Wanda. Costs 4 questions. You may destroy a 0-cost card in your hand or discard pile. If you do, you gain an Interrogate card to your hand. That is not bad. She will rid you of your starting cards relatively quickly and exchange them for interrogates, which is not bad. But you may want to not do that for your clue cards. But that's up to you. I don't have enough to buy her, and I do kind of want her, but I think, as tempting as it is to buy Rook, oh man, but we need to discover more cards if we can. Oh man. No, I'm gonna stick to my gut. I am going to. I don't know how many clues you have. How are you doing?
I've got a fistful of investigates.
Oh, no clues whatsoever. All right, so
Nada.
Not a thing. All right, just to. Oh, but I wanna interrogate. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and be semi-greedy and semi-selfish. I'm gonna spend 3. I'm gonna buy an interrogate, which gives me additional questions to use. Maybe it'll help me buy more expensive cards. And I have a clue that I can't really use on anything. So at the end of your turn, it's up to you if you want to keep any cards left in your hand or discard them. You can choose to do whichever you want. I'm gonna go ahead and discard because I have no use for it. So that is going to end that, and I'm going to shuffle that deck and draw 5 new cards, and now it's CJ's turn. Ooh, look at that.
All right. I'm gonna meander over to the tower here again, and me and my gal pal are gonna get it on.
Francesca's just a hot-blooded woman looking for the love of a good, strong man.
I love her spaghetti. All right, and then we're cashing our last investigate and see what we got here.
Oh, okay. I like it. Ooh, it's another Francesca. That's a good deal for you. Just as spicy as the food. Costs 3 questions. Gives you 2 questions. You may destroy a card in your hand or discard pile. If you do, you gain an additional question. So that could be worth up to 3 if you're willing to destroy cards. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Thin your deck out.
Right.
Draw up to 5, and that will end your turn. And now it's time for bad things.
No.
The clock has run down to 0, so we're going to flip over our first critical card of the game and see what we're up against. Oh no, that's not a good start. It's the Chameleon. He is a critical enemy. He costs 7 clues to put down. If Elena Moore's in play, capture that card, and the Chameleon costs 2 fewer clues. Sadly, she's not. And at the start of round, he destroys all face-up character cards in New San Francisco. Fortunately, that doesn't happen. The start of round technically happens before the Critical Role card gets flipped up. So we don't have to worry about that this time, but next time he's going to destroy every character card left in New San Francisco. But once we defeat him, he is destroyed, so we don't have to worry about him ever again.
Mm-hmm.
And now that that's done, and there's no other effects to deal with in Critical Role, we reset the clock to 2, and I take my turn. I think
All
first.
right.
I think first things first, just because I can, and because I am just a huge fan of Wanda so much. It costs 4. I have an Interrogate, and I have 2 Investigates. That's going to give me 4. So I'm going to buy my dear friend Wanda. She's going to come join me. And then I'm going to hop over to 3 Cards to Midnight, where David Wright, the puzzle, is waiting for me. He costs 4. However, he is at 3 Cards to Midnight, and puzzles cost -1 here. So he actually costs 3. So I'm going to play Disastrous Date Chelsea. I don't use the effect because I haven't played another Chelsea card. But she's worth 2 clues, and I play a 3rd clue, and that's enough to defeat David Wright. And I'll put that in my puzzles pile off to the side. Maybe I'll get to use it if Puzzle Box happens to show up, but
Right.
otherwise,
Right. It's a good just in case, honestly.
yeah. And
That's why I got the laser. I mean, it just
I,
seemed like a good
yeah,
idea.
I freed up 2 more cards to possibly be discovered and found. So I'm happy with that turn, and I draw 5 cards, and it's CJ's turn.
Alrighty. Let's see here.
What you want to do?
That's a very good question. I don't have a whole lot of anything in my hand, but I don't want to go flipping a bunch of things over because I don't want to lose a bunch of characters.
Yeah, we would have only 1 more turn to get them, and I can tell you now, the only character in play who I can save is Rook.
Right, right.
He's the only one I can
Um,
save. Well, no, that's not true. I could save Francesca too, but I figured you'd want to save her yourself.
I
Um,
would, but I cannot afford to do so. Well, let me ask a question about Rook's Pawn, which
okay.
Rook is hanging out in,
Yes.
hilariously enough.
It's
It says you
perfect.
can discard cards to add clues.
Yes.
Do you get to? Can you spend them elsewhere?
Yes. The good thing about Rook's Pawn is that the clues are not only limited to Rook's Pawn. You can spend them anywhere you want, even on the critical
Right, that's
enemies.
exactly where I was going with that.
Why? You don't you
Hmm.
don't you don't happen to have 3 clues and then
I
4
I
other
have 3
cards in your
clues,
hand?
but I only have 2 investigates. So
Ah, rats.
yeah, no, it's okay. But I could take care of
Oh,
Franco Franco.
yeah, you could just discard all 5 cards and take Franco Franco, and that's a pretty strong card.
Yeah, and then we would have 3 for future butt whooping.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think that's a terrible idea. If you go to Rook's Pawn
No,
and
so go here. I'll discard 2 investigates for 2 clues,
right,
and then I will use 3 clues,
that gives you 5.
and that gives me 5. And I'll scoot over here and take it on the chin here. All
Well,
right.
he took it on the chin, not you.
Yeah.
He
So
goes
that
in.
goes, but that goes my discard.
He goes in your discard because he's going to wind up in your deck, sir.
Yeah. All right, and we'll set him off to the side there, and that's all she wrote.
You draw on 5 more cards to end your turn.
Yep.
I will knock down the countdown clock by 1, and off we go again. Um, as tempting as it is to flip over the card at Tex's office, I
I
think
know.
I think
I
I would
know.
I think I would rather wait for after the chameleon
Yep.
kills
That's
everything.
why. That's why I didn't do it because I was like,
So I'm gonna head to Rook's Pawn, and I think I'm gonna rescue Rook because if nothing else, he allows me to draw a card. But I might be able to buy more Rooks in the future.
Yeah,
So
he's a free replacement.
yeah,
If you
so
look
I'm
at it
gonna
that way.
go ahead and spend 3 investigates to buy Rook at Rook's Pawn. Now I
All
have
right.
2 clues. That's enough to discover a card at one of the harder places. Seisen, you must have at least 1 puzzle in your puzzles pile. I do, so I can do it there. Mayan
That's true.
Temple. If we empty the Mayan Temple, critical enemies and puzzles cost 1 less.
Yeah, but there's 9 cards there.
But I mean, we could do it even with the
We could work
chameleons,
together on it.
even with the chameleons' help.
Yeah.
Like if I flip over a character card, well, we lose that character, but it's also one less card in that deck.
Right, chew it up. Yeah, that's not a terrible strategy.
Yeah, and it plays the clue cards out of my hand. So and I don't really want to discard them if I can use them on something. So I may regret this, but it may also be awesome. So I'm gonna spend those 2 for 2 clues. Oh no, I'm gonna do it at Seisen because it's slightly hard. No, that doesn't make sense. I'm gonna do it at Mayan Temple, and
Tex, do you know what you're doing?
flip over the Mayan Temple, and I found the NSA agent. He's an enemy. It costs 3 clues to put him down, and he makes puzzle boxes cost +1 more clue. But when you defeat him, you destroy the card. So it doesn't really hurt us or do anything to the chameleon. Chameleon's going to ignore it. So I guess that's everything I can do. So I will draw the 2 cards I've got left. I will shuffle that deck, and I'll draw 3 more, and that ends my turn, sir. Have at it.
All right.
Wow,
Those
I will have 5 questions next turn, so hopefully I find
nice.
myself halfway decent
I'm gonna scoot
character
down
card.
here,
Sure.
and I'm going to rescue my Gale Francesca.
There you go.
That's a spicy meatball. Boom. All right. And then I think I'm going to hang loose. I think we're gonna hang loose. We're just gonna discard this interrogate card and hold on to the one in my hand.
Okay,
All right.
that's what you want to do. Shuffle that deck and draw up to 5. It's a lot of shuffling.
Wanted to make sure.
Fair
All
enough.
right.
All right, at the
All
end
right,
of your
and
turn,
down the counter goes.
counter goes down to 0. So when the counter hits 0, the first thing we do are any start of round effects in the critical row or in New San Francisco. He destroys all face-up character cards in New San Francisco, but we were very careful not to leave any face-up, so he does nothing. He just sits there. So once the start of round is over, we go ahead and we flip over the next card in critical row, and this happens to be the Crystal Dove statuette. It's a critical puzzle. It doesn't do anything on its own, but if you defeat it by spending 6 clues, we move it to the rightmost space on critical row and flip it back face down. Basically
Effectively giving us another turn.
buys us another couple of rounds.
Yeah.
So that's worth keeping an eye on. Once that's done, we reset the clock to 2, and it's back to me again. All right, I have a handful of questions, so I'm gonna start looking for an expensive character card. So at Tex's office, I found. Oh no, he's fouled. It's a puzzle. It costs 3 clues. All enemies cost +1. So any enemy cards, like the NSA agent, he now costs 4 to put down as long as he's fouled is still in play. It's also a trap. Oh no! I cannot move until my next turn. Because I slammed myself into the wall. So I can't move, so I can't go to rooks and discard the rest of my cards. Oh man, that's heartbreaking. All right, so the only thing I really can do is I'm gonna play my interrogate and an investigate to buy another interrogate. It stinks that I'm not getting more clues into my hands, and I wish I could have found but I just found a nasty trap, so there's not much I can do. What I can do, however, is I'm going to play a clue card as an assist.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have some clues there,
So
buddy?
CJ, if you manage to get 2 clues, you can destroy He's Fouled, because I will keep 1 clue here for you to use if you'd like.
Yeah.
And I have 2 investigate cards left. I am just going to throw these away, I think. I'm just going to discard them. So I can cycle through my deck a little bit faster, and okay, that's interesting. This should be a good turn. Alright, CJ, you're up.
All right. Well, let's go save your ass.
It's not permanent. I can move on my next turn.
Yeah, but we can't get to the next goodie.
I just slammed my face into a brick wall. There's nothing new or different about that.
Yeah, there's 2 for you, and you can use your last clue.
Yay! So CJ uses my clue, which gives him 3, and he can destroy. He's fouled. Is it destroyed? Yeah, it's destroyed. All
Yeah, it's
right.
destroyed.
So the NSA agent enemy is back down to 3 to put down. Yeah. So what else you want to do?
I'm gonna spend 3 investigate, and I'm gonna get myself an interrogate.
That's probably a wise move.
Yeah, I need to get a little more cash.
We haven't seen a lot of buying power out there for questions, unfortunately.
No, and that'll
Um,
be my turn, sir.
we're gonna drop the clock back to back to 1, and okay. So I'm gonna start my turn by playing Undercover Operation Wanda. I can destroy a 0 cost card in my hand or discard pile. If I do, I put an Interrogate card in my hand. So I'm going to go ahead and play that, and I'm going to destroy one of the Interrogates in my discard pile. So
All right.
that is destroyed. And that allows me to take an Interrogate card and put it right into my hand and use it right away,
Nice.
which is nice.
There you go.
All right, so for free, assuming it doesn't screw me over yet again, or I could go to Rook's Pawn and I could defeat the Crystal Dove statuette. Because I have 3 clues in my hand and I have 3 other cards. But that's a temporary measure.
Well, let me ask you this, Aaron. Do you have 2 clues that you could leave for me on my turn?
I do.
Because I could take out the chameleon.
No, you can't. Assist cards cannot be used against Critical Row. They can only be used in the spaces that they're left at. So because Critical Row is not in New San Francisco, you can't use assist cards on them. If you take down one of the Critical Row cards, you got to do it yourself.
Gotcha.
Sadly, I can't help you that way. But
all right, fair enough.
Or I could just take my turn as normal and kill off the NSA agent.
Also good, especially if you want to get to the bottom of that pile.
All right. I'm
assuming. Why don't you flip that card either way? It's free.
I'm assuming I'm not going to get trapped again. And I wasn't. It's another Wanda. It's another undercover operation. Costs 4. I could buy that. Part of me worries that I would run through my my starting cards really fast.
And as long as you're replacing your investigates with your,
I'm actually kind of okay with that. I'm gonna go ahead and spend an Interrogate and 2 investigates to give me 4 questions, and I'm gonna go ahead and buy another Undercover Operation Wanda because it's a great card. And I'm not gonna take the risk that I get trapped. So I'm gonna head to the Mayan Temple and I'm gonna play a clue and a Disastrous Date Chelsea, who again doesn't do anything because I don't have another Chelsea card. That gives me 3 clues and allows me to defeat the NSA agent, and it destroys that card. So that card is bye-bye. All right.
All right.
And that'll be the end of my turn. I'll draw almost up to 5. Shuffle and draw 1 more, and then I pass it over to CJ.
All right.
Ooh, next turn's going to be interesting.
Well, I suppose we might as well flip this over because I might be able to afford it. Let's try it.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh man! I really would have liked that card. No, I'm not gonna get it. That stinks. That's a good card. Would have been really nice with my other Wandas. But that's okay. There's another one of those.
All right. Well,
it wasn't her ultimate. It was her rare.
No. So can I use Rook's pawn to kill the Critical Row folks?
Yeah, you can use Rook's pawn as just generic clues. They're not locked into any specific place.
Well, let's toss 2 investigates.
Okay.
And then we got my boy.
Oh wow.
And 2 clues.
Wow, that's 7. You can kill the chameleon and keep her alive. You magic man.
I'm here to help. I'm here to help.
And he's destroyed. We don't ever have to worry about him again. That's fantastic.
Fairly well, chameleon.
Bye. Nobody misses you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye. Enjoy your stay. Bye-bye.
All right, well, that cost me my turn, but I feel like that was the right move to make.
You're my hero. I'm so impressed. Okay. Draw your last cards. I'll knock the countdown clock down to 0. There's nothing that happens in play by Chameleon, but we do have to flip over another Critical Role card, and it is the Winter Chip. We got really lucky on this Critical Role.
Yeah, so far so good.
The Winter Chip is a critical puzzle. It doesn't do anything, but if we defeat it, it makes the Moonchild much easier to take down. The person who adds this to their puzzle pile, the Moonchild will cost -3 clues during their turn, and that is a huge advantage. But it's not shared among all players. It's whoever gets the
Right.
Winter Chip. So that's another 7. It's a pretty pricey, but there's nothing else to do in Critical Role, so we're going to put the clock back to 2, and I'm going to take my turn.
All right.
First things first, I wish I could afford you, sweetheart. I can't. I'm going to play an eye for value rook. Oh, maybe I can. Let's see what I draw. I'm going to play an eye for value rook. He lets me draw a card. I haven't played another rook card, so I don't get another one, but I'm going to flip that and reveal it is. Oh, it's an investigate. I'm 1 shy. Damn it. Why couldn't it have been an interrogate? Curses. I have 5 questions. I came 1 shy of picking up my Wanda. That's
So
okay.
close.
We should look elsewhere and see if we can find another
Yeah,
good.
let's flip some cards over now that we're not
Yeah,
worried about
yeah.
flipping
Now,
cards over.
now that it's completely safe, I'm gonna spend a clue to flip over the card at Rook's pawn and reveal it's the alien containment unit. Oh, that's good. Um, for 5 clues, you get to add it to your puzzles pile, and you can use it later to defeat the alien for free, which is good because the alien is a beast. And I saw him when I was putting together the game deck, so I know the alien's here somewhere. All right, so let's move on. I still have 5. I'm gonna spend another investigate to reveal at the Golden Gate Hotel. It's another Chelsea card. So that might not be that might be a good pickup for 3.
Yeah, especially if yeah, because it's a
But
good card.
I am gonna also run over to 3 cards to midnight, spend 1 more investigate to flip over a card here, and it's Ultimate Wanda for 8. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my! But it's 1 clue for each 0 cost card in the destroyed pile. And we've already put a couple in. That number is just going to go up the more I use Wanda cards. So hopefully that sticks around because I don't have enough to afford it. But I really want to. So part of me wants to leave Chelsea there and just buy another interrogate. I don't know if
Whatever
that's
you
the
want
right.
to do, man.
I don't. We need clues. We need clues. I'm gonna get more interrogates because of the other Wandas. So I'm gonna go ahead and spend my interrogate and investigate for 3 clues. That's enough to buy another Chelsea card. So I'll just go ahead and buy that. And that's going to be the end of my turn. I draw 5 new cards, and turn goes to CJ.
I'm gonna put that fellow right there. All right. Well, I could just discard my hand and take this, but I kind of don't want to.
Yeah, it is 5.
And I think what we're going to do here is we're going to play 3 investigates, and we're going to buy one of these,
Okay.
and then I'm going to play my gal, and I'm going to destroy and investigate.
Oh, nice. So that gives you 3 more.
And that gives me 3 more. And I think that I'm going to move.
Oh, yeah, we haven't done a thing at the Fuchsia Flamingo. It's slightly more
Yeah, that's
expensive to buy to discover
right.
cards there, but you are allowed to use clues as questions, which might make it easier to pick up the more
Right.
expensive cards there.
Exactly.
Oh no,
Oh my god.
we found Mick Flem. At the end of every turn, if Jade is in play and Mick Flem has no captured cards, he captures the highest cost rook card in play if there is one. Otherwise, he captures the lowest cost character card in play. So as long as Jade doesn't show up, he's fairly harmless. He'll just stick around and just annoy us.
Yeah.
And when you defeat him, he's destroyed.
So what happens to the cards he captures?
Capture cards go underneath the card that they are captured by. And when you defeat the card that captured them, you get the cards underneath for free. They either,
Oh, nice.
if you would game them to your deck, they go into your discard pile. If they would be destroyed upon
Nice.
defeat or whatever, they are destroyed. Just wherever
Might
they're.
be a cheap way to accumulate a few cards.
It
You know what
could
I'm
be.
saying?
It could be.
All right.
Uh,
I'm
that
gonna
that might
I'm gonna
be a.
use my last. I'm gonna use my last one to flip this.
All right. What you got? Ooh, it's a good rook card.
Yeah, it is.
Gain one for each other rook card you played this turn, and I do have another rook card in my deck. I'm not just playing Wanda, I'm playing rook too.
Yeah.
One for each other rook card, so that could be up to 4 depending on my hand. It might be worth it.
Yeah.
I think I am still short, but I won't be. Oh, I won't be. Ooh, ooh. Okay, are you done, sir?
Yep, I am all set, sir.
All right, so we drop the clock down to 1, and I'm going to take my turn. I'm going to start by playing Undercover Operation Wanda. Once again, it lets me destroy a card in my hand or discard pile. It has to be a 0-cost card, I think. Yeah, so it has to be a starter card. So I'm going to go ahead and destroy another Investigate. And that will get me an Interrogate card to my hand, which is awesome.
Heck yeah.
Because I'm going to head to Tex's office and play 1, 2, 3 Interrogates and buy that beautiful Married to Her Work Wanda. She is worth 1 clue by herself. However, for each other Wanda card you played that turn, she gets 2 more. So, considering my current deck, that could be up to 5 if I get the right hand, or it could just be 1.
Nice.
Depends on how it turns out. Anyway, I can flip over the next card in Texas office for free, so I'm going to go ahead, and
Oh
it's
yeah.
another Francesca, another spicy Francesca. I'm going to leave that for you, though. I have 3 clues. Not enough to take out the alien conductor unit, not even close for the fuchsia flamingo. Actually, no, he's an enemy, not a puzzle, so that wouldn't help. I might just come back to the Mayan Temple and reveal something for 2. I'm going to play Disastrous Date Chelsea for 2 clues and use that to discover the bartender at the Broken Skull. Players may not
Mm-hmm.
defeat puzzles.
Well,
Costs 5, but upon defeat, that card is destroyed. So we can't do any puzzles until the bartender at the Broken Skull is defeated. So this might as well be on the other side of the moon. And I got 1 clue left. I might as well use it. And discover this at the Golden Gate Hotel. It's another Wanda card, and it's one we haven't seen yet. It's Photo Analysis Wanda. Costs 3 clues. If you've played another Wanda card this turn, it's worth 3. And that's limited as opposed to the other one, which was how many Wanda cards you play. This one just gives you 1 extra as long as you've played any amount of Wanda cards before that. Yeah, that's basically it. Matt Vandy, hey, what's going on? We're just playing the game. So I think that's everything I can do. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop to 5, and
all
then
right.
it'll be your turn, sir.
All right.
Well, I'm not gonna do that yet.
Let's scoot our way up to Texas office.
There you go.
And
You looking to purchase a spicy
you
Francesca?
know what? I can't.
Really?
I got nothing but a bloodbath in my hand. I can't.
Oh well,
Hmm.
Mickey Flem or probably the bartender would be a better choice to kill.
Let's see. I only have 3 though. I'm in kind of a bad way here. I guess maybe we should just scoot over here and spend spend my 2 meager investigate cards.
To do what? You
To
need,
oh, I'm sorry.
yeah,
You need.
you need clues. It say, Sen.
All right.
They gotta be clues, sadly.
That's all right. We got some clues.
There you go. That'll work.
And let's flip that over.
The fax machine. The rather,
Unfortunately, it's a puzzle, and there ain't nothing we can do about it.
yeah, it's a rather simple puzzle. Costs 2 clues to defeat. You destroy that card, but it allows you to draw an extra card at the beginning of your next turn, so you'll get 6 cards in hand. That's not bad.
No, it's not. Unfortunately, Aaron, I don't have a whole lot of anything left.
Yeah, we've discovered everything there is in New San Francisco. We got to buy or defeat cards to clear some room.
I'm
I
gonna toss
should
a couple
I should be able
investigates.
to help with that next turn.
All right.
I imagine I'll be able to help with that.
Well, first we gotta end the
Yeah,
round.
it's time for Mr. Bad News to show up one way or the other. All right, so the end of that round, I reset the countdown clock to 0. There are no beginning of round effects in the critical row, so we just go ahead and flip over the next card and reveal it's the Moonchild. This is the critical enemy, and it's the important one. It costs 11 clues to take down. At the start of the round, if the Crystal Dove statuette is face up, Moonchild captures the highest cost character card in New San Francisco. At the end of the round, if there are 5 character cards captured under the Moonchild, players lose.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, if we take it out, we win. So that's our goal. Unfortunately, the Crystal Dove statuette is in play, but fortunately, the start of round effects happen before flipping over the Critical Role card. So nothing happens
Right.
this round, but next round, the Moonchild is going to start stealing people and putting it underneath the Moonchild. And unfortunately, once they're under the Moonchild, you're not getting them back. they only they only become non-captured when you destroy the Moonchild. So yeah, hopefully I can either buy that Wanda or just destroy the Crystal Dove statuette before that
Oh, hey,
happens.
Aaron, did we forget to deal with Mr. Flem over here?
No, he doesn't do anything unless Jade is in play, and I don't think it is.
Oh, because it says otherwise capture the. Oh, I see what you're
Yeah,
saying. It's only if Jade is in play.
yeah. Only if Jade is in play does he do anything, and
Gotcha.
he either captures the highest cost Rook card in play or the lowest cost character card in play, depending on whether there's a
Gotcha.
Rook card at all. But that only happens if Jade is in play, and it currently isn't, so he does nothing.
Gotcha.
She is currently probably the worst thing, the bartender right now, because she's keeping us from taking on puzzles. There's a couple of them, but oh, I can't do the Crystal Dove statuette until I kill her anyway. So,
Correct.
yay! All right, well, it happens. Okay, so I'm gonna do
All
my
right.
best here to get something moving. So yes, reset the clock to
Yeah, yeah.
2, and I'll take my turn. So I'm gonna play Undercover Operation Wanda and look through my discard pile for an Investigate card, assuming there is one. It's gonna be a ways down, I think. They can't all be in my hand. There's one. And I'm going to destroy an Investigate card to get an Interrogate card to my hand. Thank you, Wanda. Wanda's great. And then that gives me 5 questions and 1 clue. So I can buy that Wanda. Or I can do the more painful thing and we gotta either get rid of that bird or I gotta magically afford that deadly efficiency Wanda because if we don't, I'm gonna lose her to the Moonchild. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? It might just be better just to buy the Wanda card. Just make my deck better at all, rather than something that may or may not happen. 8 questions is a lot. Um,
Your
no.
audio's cutting out, Aaron.
Sorry. No. I'm against my better judgment. I'm gonna go to Rook's Pawn and I'm going to discard my entire hand for 5 clues. Well,
Can't we not defeat puzzles because of this bartender?
yeah, that's why I got to get rid of her. So I
Oh,
will.
I see.
I'll discard 4 cards for clues and then play a clue, and then come to the Mayan Temple and
Murder her ass.
defeat the bartender at the Broken Skull. So she's gone. We can defeat puzzles again.
Yay!
Flip that over and hope that I can get 6 clues somehow out of this hand. Oh.
Yes, no, maybe.
Um, I drew 6 questions, a clue, and the eye for value rook, which lets me draw a card. So if I draw
Oh, okay.
if I draw an interrogate, I can just
Be
buy
rocking and
that
rolling.
Wanda. I can just buy that Wanda, and that will be a killer card.
Nice.
but I need to draw the right card. Either an interrogate or one of the other Wandas. That's the only thing that's going to do it.
All right. Well, I'm heading to the office because I got paid.
And there you go. Getting paid, getting paid. 3
Yeah.
questions will buy you another Francesca. Well done.
Yes. All right. And then I guess we should flip over the next card, huh?
It's another Wanda.
It is another Wanda. Hmm. That's not bad for 3. Um, I think
If
I'm
you
gonna.
want it, go ahead. We've been seeing a
No,
lot of Wanda cards.
I'm actually kind of stacking my hands so that we can take out the boss here.
Okay.
So I'm going to discard a clue, and I'm gonna draw 3.
Oh, he's trying to take down the button. It's a little early, but you might be able to do it.
Well, if I can put another Wanda in my hand, I can probably kill it.
All right. Okay, so we drop the clock down by 1, and I gotta play my other hand. So first thing I'm gonna do is play this Eye for Value Rook, and pray to God. Hey!
Hey, there you go.
It's an interrogate. So I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
play 1, 2, 3, 4 interrogates for 8 questions, and buy Deadly Efficiency Wanda. Hooray! Then, because I got 1 clue left, I think I'll spend it. Just flip over the next card and see what it is. Ooh, it's a Rook card. Oh, it's Rook's Ultimate. Cash only
Nice.
Rook. Costs 7 questions. Draw 2 cards. If you've played another Rook card this turn, you draw 2 more cards. So he could conceivably let you draw 4 cards, but sadly, I think the Moonchild's gonna snap his ass up.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's happening. All right, that's the end of my turn. I'm gonna draw 5 cards, and CJ, it's on you.
All right.
You can just
I
start
think
trashing puzzles.
that's what I'm thinking
The fax
is,
machine would certainly help.
yeah, I think I'm going to go here and I'm going to toss 2 investigates.
Matt says, I was catching a stream by a fun guy named Cryotic, and when I saw this was going on, so here I am. Yay!
Nice.
So the
Thanks for coming,
Moonchild
dude.
is the ultimate enemy. I like it. It was probably the greatest danger Tex has faced so far. In this case, Matt, we're playing the Under a Killing Moon case. There's also 3 other cases in the full game. So you can do the Pandora Directive, you can do Overseer, you can do Tesla Effect. They'll all be available in the final game. But right now we're playing the Under a Killing Moon case, so that's why the Moonchild is the
All right.
big bad. And then
So
he
I'm
says, "Great, send Rook up to the Moonchild. The cult will surrender in no time flat."
So true.
The crotchety old bastard.
All right. So yeah, so I get to draw an extra card after this.
Yep, that's true.
And then
You gonna keep stacking your hand?
yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. We're going for broke here.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I really don't have anything else I can do with what I got. I'm going to toss an interrogate and draw 4 cards.
Nice.
And that's the end of the round.
Okay. So we got to drop down to 0. Sadly, the start of round effects on the Moonchild takes place. The Crystal Dove statuette is face up, so it's going to capture the highest cost character card in San Francisco, which means bye, Rook. He joins the Moonchild. Now, if that ever gets up to 5, we're in serious trouble. The final card in the row is going to flip up, and I know what it is. It's Lowell Percival. He flips an additional card in Critical Row face up, but that doesn't matter right now. And if the card flipped was the Crystal Dove statuette, he goes looking for the Moonchild and flips it face up. So he can actually get you in trouble real quick.
Accelerate the game
Yeah, he
extensively.
accelerates the game very fast. It costs 7, but when you defeat him, he's destroyed. So, but having said that, everything is already face up, so there's nothing he can really do. Getting the winter chip would probably be a good start if you want
You
to
know,
take
I'm
out
just
the.
looking at that and I'm like, why haven't I destroyed the winter chip? I feel dumb now.
Well, you can now that the bartender's taking it out.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely gonna do that.
All right, so critical row is done, so we're gonna reset the clock to 2, and then I'm gonna take my turn. I'm gonna play Undercover Operation Wanda. I don't think there's an Interrogate card in my discard pile, or an Investigate. I don't think. Nope, just a rook and a handful of others. So I'm gonna have to do one from my hand, but that's fine. I didn't really have anything expensive I was looking to do, so I destroy that Investigate, not put it in my discard pile, and I get Interrogate to my hand, which gives me 5. I'm gonna come over to Coit Tower and I'm gonna play an Interrogate, and an Investigate for 5 questions,
Nice.
and I'll buy that rook card. And then I'm going to spend one more clue and flip over at Coit Tower another Wanda card. Another undercover operation. Good lean and mean card deck right there. So I'll draw 5 more cards, and CJ, you're up.
All right. Let's see. Let's get Francesca out here. I get to destroy a card in my hand for an extra clue, which I think
Oh boy.
we're gonna get rid of an Investigate.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you, sir. I checked. There are now 7 zero-cost cards in that in the destroyed pile. So when Deadly Efficiency Wanda shows up, she's gonna wreck some shop.
Exactly. So how about some Hot Blooded
Ooh,
for 3?
that's 3 clues.
There's 6.
There's 6
And there's
clues.
7.
There's 7. You taking the winter
We're gonna
chip?
just
Nice. So as long as that's in your puzzle pile, the Moonchild will cost 8 for you.
3. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it still costs 11 for me.
Right. That's no problem. Well, we're gonna take it out. We're gonna take that out.
You have the secret weapon, so
Yeah. And then I'm gonna have 4 altogether to spend. I'm thinking Undercover Operation Wanda might not be a bad idea, but at the same time, Photo Analysis is a great card to have too, because it's worth 2 attack.
if nothing else, it's another 2 clues, and you really can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, it's all right. So we're gonna scoot up here
That's
and
me.
spend the 3.
Move your own pawn. You were over here. There you
Yeah, there I am. And then what? Oh, is that the last card?
It appears to be.
Last card.
Last card at
Well, let's
Texas
see who it
office.
is.
It's Pug. We knew.
Oh,
it
that's
was
right.
Pug.
We forgot about Pug.
We knew it was Pug. Good old Pug.
Yeah. All right. And I'm gonna toss this last Investigate because I don't see anywhere to really use it. All right.
All right. Dropped 5. I'll drop the clock down to 1. And take my turn. I think it might be time for a little stacking of the deck of my own.
Yeah.
I think I should. I am 1 shy. For once, I don't have enough questions to do that. But I can go ahead and investigate here, or maybe no. I'm gonna go to Rook's Pawn.
Okay.
Because that's 5. I'm gonna discard a pair of Investigates for two clues at Rook's Pawn.
Okay.
And then I'll play Disastrous Date Chelsea for 2 more, for 4, and play another clue for 5,
nice.
And that will take out the alien containment unit. And I'm gonna save this last card in my hand. I think I'm gonna see if I can make some magic happen here. But to do that, I gotta flip that over, shuffle that deck, and draw 2 more and see. Ooh, ooh, here. Okay, that's not great. I wound up with 2 undercover operation Wandas and only 1 investigate, so that's a wasted card. That's a
Yeah.
wasted card. It happens. That's the end of my turn. CJ, you're up.
So what happens at the end of this round since there's nothing left to flip over?
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay.
Any start of round effects. So the Moonchild will capture the highest cost
Another
character
card.
card,
Yeah.
which will probably be this Wanda, assuming you don't find another one.
Yeah. Let's see here.
But we're not running out of time yet. But that'll be 2
Yeah.
characters that will have captured.
Yeah, and that's not great.
But we just can't let it get to 5.
Right.
So we've got some time. We've got a few rounds left.
This is true.
And if we really needed to buy time, we could just take out the Crystal Dove statuette. That would buy us a round.
That is true. I'll come here and hang out with you, bud.
What's up, dude?
I'm gonna spend an investigate and see what's underneath.
Hey,
Oh, there
it's
you go,
another
buddy.
sweet rook card. I like that.
Yeah,
Shame I won't be able to buy it, but
that's all right. I think I'm just gonna go around and let's see here. What else can we do?
discover some
So
things maybe.
yeah, I could discard uh a investigate for a clue
True.
and use a clue, and I can scoot down here and flip this over.
Oh, Milan Toad.
Mm.
Costs 4 clues. When you defeat her, you can defeat a non-critical puzzle without paying its cost. If kernel cards are in play, you can gain one without paying its cost, and then destroy that card.
Destroy that card. Yeah, not great, but not terrible.
No, not at the moment. There's no non-critical puzzles in play.
Yeah. I really don't want to thicken my deck any more than it already is. I'm gonna be honest.
All right.
Ooh,
Oh,
ooh,
that was
why
supposed to
weren't
be
you locked?
locked, sir.
Let me
That out of there.
All
Or
right, that
no,
is locked now.
no.
There you go. There you
Is that the whole deck? No, it isn't.
go.
There we go. There.
So I will go back to Rook's Pawn Shop, discard my other 2 cards, and I guess I'll spend those over here.
All right, and let's see what's that say, Sen.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's what I'm looking for right there.
that's
That's what I'm looking for.
hot-blooded woman.
I need that.
Yeah,
I need that
that
bad.
would be good for you. All right, so that's gonna end your turn.
Yes, sir.
The clock runs out. Down to 0. The Moonchild's got to capture somebody. It's gonna take that rook, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I would have liked him, but that's okay. The Moonchild has now captured 2 characters. We're fine until it gets to 5. Then we have a round to take it out, or else we lose. So I'll reset the clock. We can
Let me give
literally ignore Lowell Percival. He does nothing.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually not true. If he was to the left of the Moonchild, he would be trouble because
Yeah.
he would flip over whatever card was face up at the start of the round.
Right.
And if it was the Crystal Dove statuette, which is the only thing left, the Moonchild would activate anyway, whether we had flipped over the Crystal Dove statuette or not.
Right.
So,
well, here's my plan, Aaron. I'm gonna take care of this card,
mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna grab this card on my next turn. That's my plan.
All right, that's a deal. I do not have much going on. I hit a weird hand, so I'm gonna go ahead and play my undercover operation Wanda. Allows me to destroy a 0-cost card to get a. So I'm gonna go ahead and destroy another investigate. Hooray! And I take an interrogate card to my hand, which gives me 2 questions, but I can't really do anything with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it and use one of them to flip over. Oh, the GRS security bot at Rooks. Trap. Flip the leftmost face down card and Critical Role face up. Well, I'm glad that didn't happen really early.
Yeah, right.
Defeat, add to your puzzles pile. If the Moonchild is not in play, you search Critical Role for that card and flip it face up. The Moonchild costs -1 clue for all players. So that'll make it even easier for you to take it out. I don't have enough clues to do it, so I'm just gonna.
So you know what? I'll kill this one instead then.
I'm gonna play my other undercover operation Wanda, but I don't have any 0-cost cards in the discard pile or in my hand, so I can't really do anything. And I'll just draw up to 5, and that'll end my turn. Go ahead, sir.
All right. Well, let's spend some moolah here. We're gonna play that, and I am going to destroy this clue.
Oh my goodness.
We're thinning it out.
Dude, if you keep this up, let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wanda
You're gonna steamroll.
Wanda may be able to one-shot the Moonchild, which would be amazing.
That'd be hilarious. All right, I'm gonna pick this card up.
Okay.
And then we're gonna scoot on over here.
Mosey.
And there's 3, 4, 5.
Nice.
So that makes it cheaper for both of us then?
Yeah. Does that go in your puzzles pile? Yeah, it does.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so you hang on to it. It makes it cheaper for both of us. So now it just costs me 10, but it costs
It just costs me 7.
It costs you 7. That's all you need to take it out.
Oh, I'm gonna murder this thing.
So even on hard mode, we still found it semi kind of easy. We got up to 2 characters, but I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna drop the clock down to 1. I'm going to head over to this one to here, and I'll spend a pair of interrogates for 4 questions. I'll spend 3 of them on that Wanda card, and the last one to flip over this card and reveal it's another eye for value rook, which I don't really want. I'm going to discard that clue and end my turn. I'll draw 3 cards, and still no joy. All right, CJ, you're up.
All right. Let's see here. What do we want to do? Let's see, that would give me 3. I could kill Pug. Nah, I don't think so. I don't really want to clog my deck at this point. Let's see. I don't really see anything else I really want to pick up right now. Let's see what we got here. We got a little, it's getting a little spicy in here. And I'm going to toss in Investigate.
Yay!
And a clue.
Oh my goodness!
And then I think I'm going to buy 2 Interrogates.
Ooh.
Or, I'm going to buy 1 Interrogate, and let's flip this card over.
Ooh. That's one of my favorite cards. Endless Disgust
Love
Rook. Costs 3 questions. It gives you 2 clues and plus 1 other clue for each other Rook card you've played that turn. So that's nice.
Let's flip this over too and see what we got.
Ooh, it's another Chelsea card. It's the Gossip on the Street Chelsea. Costs 2 questions. Draw a card. If you've played another Chelsea card this turn, you may gain an Interrogate card without paying its cost. So that's nice. Anything else, or are you good?
Yeah, I believe I'm good. I'm going to draw 4.
All right. Well, sadly, the clock has run down to 0 again, so the Moonchild is going to capture this Wanda. Because she's at 4, she is the highest. So now there's 3 characters under there. Now we're in a little bit of trouble. We're close to being in danger, but not quite there yet. Okay, so that kills what I was going to do this turn, I think. Mm, mm, you know what? Just because I can, just because I like him, I'm gonna go ahead and spend an interrogate and an investigate to buy that rook card. And then I think I'm gonna, as much as I hate to drop it, you know what? At this point, I'm just gonna cycle through my deck. So I'm gonna discard my entire hand because as soon as I get that Wanda card, this game is over.
Yeah.
I still didn't get it. CJ, it's your turn.
Oh my.
I managed to
Let's
shuffle
see.
it into the bottom 4 cards of my deck. Sad face.
Right. I know. I'm
Oh,
having the same problem.
I might get lucky. I have an eye for value rook, so I can draw a card, and that might be it. Fingers
There you go.
crossed. Fingers crossed.
Well, I'm gonna play an investigate, and let's flip this over.
Jade! Oh, goody. So, Mickey Flem is going to start capturing cards.
Oh my.
At the end of every turn, if Jade is in play and Mick Flem has no captured cards, he captures the highest cost rook card in play if there is one. So he'll take rook first, and then the turn after that, he's going to take the Chelsea.
Oh my
He's
God.
just gonna start capturing people.
All right.
That's what happens if he's got Jade. He's gonna use it to steal stuff.
Do you if I left an investigate for you to discard for Rook's ability, would that help you at all?
You
Or should I
cannot.
just toss it?
You can't leave an assist card to be discarded. It has to be played.
Okay. It has to be played. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna toss these 2 cards, and I'm gonna draw 2 cards.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah, you'll probably.
And that is it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you'll probably get there before me unless I get really lucky. We're gonna drop that down to 1. I'm gonna play an eye for value rook, and I'm going to draw. Not her. That makes me sad. That makes me sad. Oh well. Okay, so I might as well play as if we're not at the end. At the end of your turn, Mickey Flem captured.
Poor Rook.
Captured rook. All right. So, and at the end of my turn, he's gonna capture Chelsea, but I don't really care. Yeah, I'm just kind of marking time. So, I'll go here. I'll spend, I guess, a clue. I don't know. It's kind of iffy. I have 4 clues and I have 4 questions, so we could go either way. Or no, F it. I'm gonna stop him from capturing people. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna spend a clue, disastrous date Chelsea, and another clue for a total of 4 clues, and I will defeat the Jade puzzle and add it to my puzzles pile. It allows me to defeat Franco for free, but CJ already did that. So Mick is going to stop capturing people, but Rook stays under him until somebody defeats him.
Right.
And then I will spend an interrogate and use one of the questions to flip over.
Oh,
it's a puzzle
box.
Hey, look at that. It's pretty useless in Under a Killing Moon, but
right.
It's required in Pandora Directive, so yeah, I don't have anything else I can do. I'll spend the. No, I'm just gonna discard my last card.
Right.
There it is. It was literally the final card in the deck. You've got to be kidding me.
Of course it was. Of course it was.
Go ahead.
All right.
Save the day.
All right. So,
is that an Archie card in the bottom deck? Yes, it's an Archie deck. There's 10 cards in that deck. So what are you doing, sir? You're playing. Whoa.
2. There's 3.
Wanda card. That's 2.
4, 5, 6.
3. 4,
7,
5,
8, 9.
7, 8, 9. That is more than enough with your Winter Chip and GRS bot to destroy the Moonchild. That was unnecessary, but I like doing it.
Insert exploding cards.
Insert exploding cards here, yeah. And that's it. We win. Hooray! The Moonchild's been destroyed.
I know that was getting kind of close though, Aaron. If I'm honest, I mean, he had 3 cards. I mean,
I'll be honest. I've been tempted to drop the Moonchild's requirement down to 3. Having said that, 3 character cards before you lose. Having said that, it is possible through a really unlucky discovery, like finding the ones that flip over cards in Critical Row, to set off the Moonchild almost immediately.
Right, right.
At which point you will be scrambling to get rid of that dove and anything else that's causing you grief. So considering the luck portion of it, part of me is like I should leave it at 5 just in case players get a really bad,
Right.
opening salvo as it were, so they have a chance to recover. Because I don't want people playing this and thinking it's unfair. Granted, if that happens, I could always change those trap cards so they do something else, like the one that stuck me at Tex's office for a turn. Like that's not awful. That's not end of the
Right.
world. But the ones that flip over cards in Critical Row can really ruin your day. So I don't know. I think it could stand to be a little even harder. This is supposed to be the easiest case of the 4 in the final game. So um do you want to reset and try Pandora Directive?
Sure.
This won't take long. There we go. All right. So super easy reset. Let's shuffle those and see what we get. We got a good mix last time. So Rook's Pawn again. So that's good. Rook's Pawn comes in handy. Say Sen again. We have Auto Tech. Ooh, that's good for Pandora Directive. That's nice and Golden Gate Hotel. That's thematic. You would have to deal with Auto Tech. And we have the Mayan Temple. Ooh, this is getting touch and go. I think that should be the last of the hard cards because we already have 3 that require clues. Granted, Auto Tech only needs 1, so it's not the end of the world. We're gonna put the Fuchsia Flamingo down here, and last but not least, the Tesla facility. No, that's too hard. Let's see if we can get something else. Roswell, also too hard. It's Brew and Stew. Brew and Stew is good. Brew and Stew is great because character cards cost -1 there, so it makes character cards cheaper. Because everybody loves the Brew and Stew. Pick 4 of them out for me, unless you've already done that.
Done.
Oh, all right. I will take the Pandora Directive case deck and mix that in. And I will take half of the Under a Killing Moon case deck and mix that in. And so we should have 70 cards. I shuffle. I split into 8. And, whoops. I set them up like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. And I just have to set up Critical Row from here. I also have to get those out of the way. Alright, so I'm going to shuffle our critical deck. Like so. Put them into place. So Pandora Directive works a little bit differently from Under a Killing Moon. In that you are a little bit more in control of your destiny. The main threat in Pandora Directive is that you will run out of time looking for the puzzle boxes. You basically need to find and defeat all 4 puzzle boxes in order to get the Pandora device, which you then have to defeat to find the alien spacecraft, which you then have to defeat to win the game. However, the bad guys also cannot win the game until the alien spacecraft is found. So your main threat is running through so many of these locations that you empty them all. And one rule that I failed to mention before was that if you don't discover or buy any cards during your turn in New San Francisco, then you have to destroy a card in play, and it has to be a character card unless there are no character cards. If there's an enemy or puzzle card, it will be the lowest cost enemy or puzzle card will be destroyed.
All right.
That only happens if you don't do anything. So the game forces you to keep depleting cards eventually. So our goal is to find all 4 of the puzzle boxes as quickly as possible.
All right.
I meant to implement some cards that allowed you to go looking through locations to try and find them. But I don't know if I added them to the most recent set yet, or if that was something that I had just cooked up in my brain and it just hadn't happened yet.
All right.
But so that's the basic gist of it. You a winner, ha ha ha, says Matt Vandy, and he says Louis is one of the greatest best friend characters. I would tend to agree. But we're playing with him, I believe. Did you put Louis in here? You did. Yay,
Yeah.
he's the new one. And
Oh,
you put Archie in. That's gonna make things interesting.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Okay, we got Archie and Louis on deck. Louis brand new. I just put Louis together today. Lovelust, what's going on? This is the game I made, so to speak. So here we go. I guess we should just get started. Do you want to keep it on 2? I think we should.
Yeah, 2's fine.
We'll keep it in gamer mode for now. I'm going to shuffle my starting deck and draw 5. Haha, they're all investigate cards. Great. All right, well, I will start my turn by heading to Tex's office because I can discover a card there for free. So let's discover Eddie Ching. That's not good. Trap. Flip the leftmost face down card in Critical Row face up. That was not a good start. However, if we defeat her, we can add her to our puzzles pile, and you may destroy this card anytime for 3 clues.
Right.
That
we
will
got six
will
cards
come in handy.
or 6 value to get.
Yeah, you need 6 to get it, which means we can't do it with our starting hand. So we have to flip this card face up, and it is our resident bad boy. It's Jackson Cross.
Mm-hmm.
At the start of the round, if Gordon Fitzpatrick and Regan Madsen are both in play, destroy Gordon Fitzpatrick. If not, destroy the highest cost character card in play. Because Jackson Cross likes to kill people. And you can't destroy him. You can only temporarily defeat him. If you spend 8 clues, you flip the card face down. But that doesn't help much because he's just going to come right back. Jackson Cross is mean. What can I say? All right, so that was kind of a bust and really unfortunate. I'm going to go to Rook's Pawn, and I'm going to play a Investigate card. Move those a little bit up. And I'm going to reveal at Rook's Pawn Lucia. Getting a scoop, Lucia, costs 4 questions. At the end of your turn, choose an enemy in play. That enemy costs -1 clue until your next turn. So that could make things easier for you. And I do have 4 questions in hand, so I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And get some early damage in play. I'll take that. I'll draw the remainder of my starting deck and pass the turn over to you, sir.
All right. I'm going to head over here to the temple. Spend 2 clues.
Oh boy. It's a Claiborne Mine. It's a puzzle, costs 2, but other puzzles cost an additional 1. You may destroy a card in your hand to defeat this instead of paying its cost. But upon defeat, you just destroy the card. So it will cost you something and you don't really get anything for it except you get rid of the Claiborne Mine. If you choose not to, I can wipe it out on my turn. I have 3 clues in hand that I can't really do anything with.
There you go. Well, I'm going to spend 3 investigates and I'm just going to grab myself Interrogate.
Yeah, I'm kind of sort of kicking myself for not doing that last turn, but it is what it is.
All right, that is my turn, sir.
Okay.
Tick down the clock 1.
All right, and I will head over to the Mayan Temple, and I will drop 2 clues and destroy the Claiborne Mine. It is just destroyed, yes. Okay, so I don't get to keep it. We'll put it in the destroyed pile next to the counter. And then I have 2 investigates and a clue. It's not really going to be worth anything, so I think the best thing I could do is to either go around and discover a bunch of stuff, or I could end my turn at Tex's office and put an assist card for you, so you might be able to take out Eddie Ching.
Well, I mean, I do have 5 in my hand by default, so whatever you
Because
put down can be done.
having that additional 3 clues to whip out like a shotgun blast is really useful. So I might just do that. If you want to do that, I'll go ahead and leave a clue there for you.
I'm down with that.
All right, so I'm gonna spend my investigates to discover some more cards. So we're gonna go to Rick's Pawn. I'll spend 1 to discover. It's another Lucia. Cool. And then I'll go to the Golden Gate Hotel, spend another investigate, and discover. Ooh, Elijah Witt. He captures a puzzle box in play as a trap. However, there are no puzzle boxes in play, so he gets nothing. He also flips the leftmost face down card in Critical Row face up. This is what I meant by saying things could go bad for you really early. We might be in trouble here. So I have to flip this over and reveal that it is Regan Madsen.
That's not good.
At the start of the round, if alien spacecraft is face up and Jackson Cross is not, find Jackson Cross and flip it face up. At the end of every round, all players gain a red herring card. Upon defeat, flip this card face down. So she's going to give us some garbage info. Unfortunately. And we haven't even gotten to the first Critical Row phase yet. This is going really well. When you defeat him, you return any captured puzzle box to play. So he doesn't let you keep the puzzle box. He just puts it back in New San Francisco so it can be captured again. I have 1 clue left, so I'm going to go ahead and do what I said. I'm going to come to Tex's office, and I'm going to place a clue down for you to use as an assist card. And then I flip that over. I'll shuffle it and draw 5, and it's your turn.
All right. Well, I'm going to come on over to Tex's office here. And
when I was talking about Jackson Cross enjoying killing people, Matt Vandy typed into chat, he finds it very satisfying.
Yes, he does.
Which is a very creepy thing that Jackson Cross says at some point during the game.
All right. You can take your discarded clue there.
You used it? Yay.
Yep.
I'll put it to the discard pile.
We're going to take care of this. It's going to go in my puzzle pile.
Yeah,
here.
Hang on to that because that's a useful weapon. We're going to need it sooner rather than later, I'm afraid.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. And unfortunately, that is the end of the round there, Aaron.
Yeah. Okay, so here's Mr. Bad News. Gordon Fitzpatrick is not in play, so he doesn't destroy Gordon Fitzpatrick. So instead, he's going to destroy the highest cost character card in play, which is Lucia. Lucia goes bye-bye. Then Regan, the alien spacecraft does not face up, so she doesn't do anything. However, at the end of the round, which was before we turned the clock down, we were both supposed to gain a red herring card. So put a red herring card in your discard pile.
All right.
And then we have to, because the clock went down to 0, we have to flip the next card face up and reveal it's Gordon Fitzpatrick. So if we do nothing, he will die at the start of the next round. He is literally the only thing that can stand between Jackson Cross taking the alien spacecraft once you find it, so to speak. So generally speaking, we're going to want to keep him alive if we can, but 8 clues is going to be really hard, and I shudder to think about wasting Eddie Ching on that. You could,
even that doesn't give me enough to kill him.
You could always take Regan Madsen down somehow, but you would need 6 clues to do it.
Which I still don't have.
Thankfully, Rook's Pawn is in play, but I don't know. We'll find out. We still have 2. We have 2 more turns around the clock to figure that out. So let's get to it. I have 4 questions and 1 clue, so my 1 clue is pretty useless. But I think I'm going to use it at Auto Tech. Because I can use that to discover a card. Let's head to Auto Tech and see what we find. Ooh, it's Dolores. I'll do anything to help Dolores. You have 4 questions to buy. If you've gained at least 8 questions, you gain 3 clues. Wow. So she could be a powerhouse if you can get enough questions strung together, but that's basically all she does. it's tempting because if I'm gonna buy an Interrogate anyway, like that might be a better backup.
Yeah. So you have to play 8 during that turn to get 3.
Yeah, but it counts
Okay.
it counts the 2 that she produces, so you just
Right.
need
Oh,
6
okay.
other,
That's
which
not bad. That's
which
not bad at all.
as we've seen, I can do it. Matt Vandy says she'll do anything to help. Better padlock,
Anything.
better padlock your pants, Tex. If such a thing were possible, I'm gonna go ahead and buy her because it's
Okay.
just as good as an Interrogate. It's slightly better, so I'll take that. That unfortunately runs me dry, so I'm going to draw 5 new cards, and I will have 3 clues next turn, and I can drop 3 investigates, so I can take Regan Madsen out and keep Gordon
All
alive.
right.
It'll cost
All
me
right.
my next turn, but that I can do it. So go ahead and do
All
your
right.
thing.
Let's see
Oh
what we got here.
no, you found the lava room. Lava room's an event. Events are rare cards, but they happen immediately whenever they show up.
Okay.
Until the end of the current player's next turn, players must destroy a card in their hand for each character card they buy, and each puzzle or enemy they defeat. Destroy this card. Oh man. Well, that means I can't take Regan out. So we're gonna lose Gordon. That
Well,
that sucks. Because I'll need an extra card that I won't have.
right.
Ah,
Awesome.
rats.
Awesome.
All I can do on my turn is make it slightly easier for you. My Lucia card will make Regan cost 1 less. So,
Oh, you know what? You restarted the game. That's why nothing's locked.
no, the last time that happened, that was during the last game. So that, oh, son of a bitch. God damn it. It's on the pile of interrogate cards now. Here. All right, here. Put that there. I need another location card to fix it. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Where are these the cards? Yeah, those must be the cards I took from Texas office. Okay. And we're gonna relock these down.
Yeah.
There we go. It's all right. Like I said, when we do this in the future, we'll I hope to have a
All right.
script set up so it takes care of that automatically for you. But
Right.
anyway,
Right.
carry on your turn. Do you think you'll have or be able to get 5 clues, keeping aside a card to destroy on your next turn? Well,
It's
next turn.
unlikely.
Yeah, you won't know
Right.
until you draw your cards. Jesse's laughing at us.
Yeah, I
Very
get
funny,
used to it.
Jesse. Very funny. Glad
Yeah.
you're enjoying our misery so much. What you got?
Let's see how bad this is.
Louis! Hey!
There you go.
Costs 4 questions, gives you 1 clue, and you gain an additional 2 clues if you played a non-Louis character this turn.
I love that man.
Louis works great with other characters because everybody loves him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, generally speaking, you're not going to want to do a Louis only deck. You're going to want to mix Louis with as many other characters as you can because he makes them better and they make him better. So
All right. I
just the way the
spent
man
some
works.
cash and grabbed an interrogate for myself.
Okay. We'll drop the clock down to 1.
I have an interrogate, 3
Did you
investigates, and a clue,
did
sir.
did you destroy another card in order to buy it? Or wait, no.
Uh,
It's only character cards and puzzle or enemy cards. It does not apply to
yeah,
interrogates. You're good.
correct. Yeah.
So I can set aside a no, I can't. No, I can't. I was gonna set aside a getting a scoop Lucia for you to use on Regan, but I just remembered you can't do that. You can't use assist cards on
Yeah.
Critical Role stuff. But if I play her, I can make Regan Madsen cost 1 less, so she'll cost 5.
Okay.
Do you have enough clues using
I
Rook's
could just
Pawn?
discard my hand.
Yeah, but remember the lava room means you have to destroy an additional card
Oh,
in
well
order
then
to do it.
yeah, I guess I could I guess I could use my puzzle.
Actually, no, that won't work. You could use your. I don't want you to use your puzzle though. That's for a bigger target. Like if you're gonna use that, I'd say use it on Jackson.
Okay. I mean, I could take him down too on my turn.
Or we can just let Gordon Fitzpatrick die. It's a risk because once we find the alien spacecraft, we'll literally have like one round to take it down.
Yeah, I'd rather not. No, I'd rather not. Why don't I just take out Cross this turn? I'll just toss my hand in her, and that'll be 8.
You're gonna take out Cross?
Yeah, if I use my puzzle and toss my hand, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You keep forgetting the lava room. You still need to destroy another character card, another card in your hand to defeat a
Oh,
puzzle or enemy.
well, then there's nothing we can do.
We're just gonna have to hope for the best. Or no, wait, no, you don't need all. You can still take out Jackson. If I play Getting a Scoop Lucia and make Jackson cost 1 less, he'll cost
Yeah.
7. So you can
Okay.
discard 4 cards, use Eddie Ching to get 3 more, so that'll give you 7. And your last card you can destroy, use
Okay.
do the lava room, so you can actually take him out. That'll work.
All right.
All right,
All right.
so
Let's do that then.
I'm gonna play my Getting a Scoop Lucia for 2 clues. I think the best use of those is to reveal a card at say so, oh, which I can't do because I don't have any puzzles. All right, well I'll use one of them at Auto Tech and reveal the card here. And ooh, it's Ultimate Louis, nicest guy on the street. Costs 7 questions. He gives you 4 clues, and you gain 2 additional clues for each non-Louis character card played this turn. That's pretty solid. Um, yeah, if you don't kill Jackson Cross, he's gonna kill that Louis. But I can't afford that, so um, I'll use Lucia to choose Jackson Cross, so he costs 7 now until the end of until my next turn. So that leaves me with 3 investigates. I still have 1 clue left from Lucia, so I'm gonna come. You know what? I'm gonna go to the Fuchsia Flamingo and use the leftover clue with a second clue to flip over Sleazy Pictures. uh, Costs 2. If Francesca cards are in play when you defeat it, you may gain 1 without paying its cost. If not, you just gain 3 questions and then destroy that card. Well, I can't afford that now, so I'm gonna come into Tex's office because it's free. And there's an Archie. Only costs 2, gives you 2 clues, but you gain a red herring when you play it. Now, mind you, Archie feeds off red herrings, but if you don't get enough Archies to make up for them, you might wind up with a deck full of garbage.
Right. Right. Exactly.
It's a risk. I could buy it, or were you hoping to go the Archie route?
No, go for it.
I've already got Dolores and Lucia. Does it really make sense to go a third?
All right. Well, I'll try and scoop them up when I can. I mean, I'm definitely not doing it this turn because I gotta sack everything just to.
I think at the end of the day, the more clues we have, period, the better. I'm just gonna go ahead and pick them up, and I'll reveal the next card for free. Ooh, it's a good Lucia card. Fearless costs 6 questions. You may destroy 1 Lucia card in your hand or discard pile to gain 3 clues, and she's worth 4. So you could get a total of 7 if you're willing to destroy a different Lucia card for it. And finally, I think I'm going to come over to Rook's Pawn and play an Investigate to reveal the card here. We found our first puzzle box. It's Oliver's. Okay. It costs 6 clues. On defeat, destroy this card. If all 4 puzzle boxes are now defeated, you find the Pandora device in Critical Row and flip it face up. All right, so we need that to finish the game. So I'm done. So CJ, you're up.
All right. Well, let's burn the house down, I guess. So I'm gonna destroy that for 3.
Come to
Um,
rooks and discard. Discard,
yep.
not destroy. Oh, you have to destroy
Well, I gotta
one to.
destroy a card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
So
and then
destroy that, and then 4 cards doesn't really matter.
discard the 4 cards for another 7.
Yep.
And that will be enough to put Jackson Cross right back face down.
All right. That is my exciting turn, and the end of the round.
Which, at the end of the round, Regan Madsen gives us each a red herring.
Yay.
And she is not face up, so we have to flip over the leftmost card, which sadly is Jackson Cross.
Sigh.
Well, you stopped him from killing anybody, so I mean, there's that.
Yeah.
Nothing else
But
happens. The
what it cost?
clock goes back up to 2. Yeah, what it cost really. I can destroy a red herring, or I can leave it. I think I'm gonna leave it because I kind of want everything else. I would really love to get 6 questions somehow, but I'm not gonna make that. Although what we could do, I'm gonna try and see if we can make Louis happen. I'm going to come to the Golden Gate Hotel, and I'm going to use the ability. Once per turn, you may swap a face-up card here with a face-up card from any other location. So I'm going to move Elijah Witt over to Autotech and move Louis to the Golden Gate Hotel. And then on a following turn, I'm going to use the same ability to move him to the Bruin Stew, where characters are cheaper. So somebody could grab Louis' ultimate for 6.
Okay.
Yes, no, maybe?
Yeah, no, I think it's a brilliant idea.
All right, and then I gotta play cards. I have another Getting a Scoop, Lucia. Any enemies you want to defeat?
I yeah, I kind of would like to get rid of this guy, but I kind of like to get rid of her too, because we're gonna have a fat stack of red herrings before we know it.
Yeah. I'm gonna come to. I can't go to Seisan. I still don't have a puzzle. I still don't have a puzzle. All right. I'm gonna come to the Bruins too. I'm gonna spend a clue off of Getting a Scoop, Lucia. Um, And as an enemy in play, I'm going to choose Regan Madsen on the off chance you decide you want to kill her. The lava room is gone, by the way. It ended at the end of your
Right.
last turn, so we no longer need to destroy cards to do things. And then I'm going to play a red herring. Or no, I played Lucia to get the 2 clues. I'm going to use one of them to reveal another Lucia
Lucia.
at the Bruin Stew. And since she's at the Bruin Stew, she costs 1 less, so she only costs 3. So I'll play 3 investigates,
Right.
and I'll buy her for 3, and then I'll discard the red herring in my hand and draw up to 5, and it's your turn, sir.
All right. Um. Hmm.
Is there a crazy Gary card? He doesn't love Louis. Yes, there is, but he's a puzzle rather than a character card.
I think I'm gonna come over to the temple,
Okay.
and I'm gonna spend 4.
Oh, nice. Louis.
We'll add Louis. Yeah, I love Louis.
Louis great.
Um. and I guess we'll speed this up. So why don't I spend a clue,
Okay.
and we'll get this revealed. I haven't been doing very good revealing cards though. Another Louis.
Hey. World famous
Nice.
chocolate pie.
All right, and we go down 1 round, and we get
Uh,
another freaking red herring.
no, no. No,
Oh, only at the
it's
end of the round.
when the
Okay.
clock counts down to 0.
All right.
That's the end of the round, as it were.
Okay.
What? That is not quotes. That is something obscene. Sorry. Uh, non-Louis characters cost -1 this turn. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Although I think I should leave that for you.
Yeah. I got to get something other than Louis in my
True.
hand.
Louis cards help everybody. I can't stop him from killing a character. Yeah, Jackson Cross is probably gonna kill the ultimate Louis card.
If you swap them,
Unless we leave Jackson and Regan alone and let him kill Gordon Fitzpatrick instead.
hmm,
I will swap them if you can buy it this turn.
that would make it
6.
cost what, 6?
Yeah, it would cost 6.
Nope, can't do
I
it.
could also leave you an assist card at the Bruins too.
I have 4 and 2 red herrings.
Ah,
Yep.
I was really hoping you had 5. All right, so
Me too.
my so what I was thinking of doing is I can afford to take out Regan.
Okay.
It would just be for a round, but it would keep Gordon Fitzpatrick alive. Having said
Right.
that, if he doesn't kill Gordon Fitzpatrick, he kills the highest cost character card in play. So
Right.
he will destroy Louis if I save Gordon.
I just, I guess we're not really anywhere near where we need to be.
So should we just let Louis die?
Yeah, I think so. I hate to say it,
All right.
much as I'd like to have him.
Okay. Then I'm gonna leave this fellow where he is because
Yeah, because I can afford him.
I'm going to go. Then I might as well leave Ultimate Louis where he is too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Rook's Pawn. I'm gonna discard 2 investigate cards to get 2 clues from Rook's Pawn, gaining +1 clue for each card I discarded, and then I'm gonna play Conspiracy Theories for 2. I gain a red herring, and 2 more clues for a total of 6. And Regan Madsen can sit the hell down. Does she get destroyed? No, she just gets flipped upside down. Just buys us time. All right, that's going to be the end of my turn. I'll draw up to 5. Or no, wait, no, I don't draw that because I didn't shuffle. There we go. Then I draw.
All right. So,
It's still a red herring either way.
does Rook's Pawn work for red herrings too?
No.
Okay. Because it says you
Yes,
may discard. Oh, okay.
yes, it does.
Well, we'll frickin' frack. I guess we'll make the most of that.
Yeah, you can use red herrings at Rook's Pawn. Rook buys
Right.
anything. It's a pawn shop.
That's right. That's a rookie thing to do. So I'm gonna discard a red herring. I'll discard 2 of them. What the heck?
Okay.
And
That gives you 2 clues.
yeah, I'm gonna come right over here. I'm seeing if I can empty this pile out.
That would be really useful.
Yes, it would. I'm trying my best here. Ha!
The
The Knickerbocker.
costs 5 clues. Defeat, add to your puzzles pile. You may destroy this card to defeat Crystal Dove Statuette without paying its cost. Would have been useful in the Under a Killing Moon game,
Yeah.
but it's still a puzzle in the puzzles pile, which will allow you to go to Seisen, because you need to have at least one. And neither of us have any puzzles right now, so Seisen
No, I
is
had to sacrifice mine.
inviolate at the moment. That's okay. It only costs 5, so one of us could conceivably go to Rook's Pawn and spend everything and just get it.
Very true.
What else are you doing, sir?
I'm gonna come over to the Bruin stew and I'm gonna do some interrogating.
Okay. I like that.
Add him to my pile. Oop, to the discard pile. And then I'll spend that last one to flip this guy over.
Ooh.
There we go.
I want that card. I may not. I mean, this might be insane, but
Right.
I
Well, at the rate we're
well,
gaining them,
we're
it's
we're,
not the worst thing.
we're not gonna get another one. Let's put it that way, because
Yeah.
what's her face? She is gone, so the end of the round will pass without her.
Right. And I have a clue that I could leave for you if that will help you. I could leave it somewhere if that will assist you in taking out something somewhere.
Hmm. I was
If
gonna
not, I'm gonna
say,
toss it.
why don't you leave it at the Mayan Temple for me?
Okay. So I will go to the Mayan Temple and I will leave you this sweet clue right here.
Cool.
All right.
All
And I
right.
still draw 5 cards?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. That's gonna drop the countdown timer down to 0. So we do starter round effects from left to right. Gordon Fitzpatrick and Regan Madsen are not both in play, so Gordon Fitzpatrick lives. Instead, he will destroy the highest cost character card in play. I'm so sorry, Louis.
Ah, that's sad.
We barely knew ye. Gordon doesn't do anything, and then we flip Miss Madsen right back over. But at least nobody got any red herrings from her this round.
True.
And Gordon Fitzpatrick is still alive, which matters. So I am going to. Let's see if I can do this right. I need 5. You gave me 1. So I will discard a red herring and investigate a clue and another investigate for 4. And then I'll come to the Mayan Temple and use your clue for 5, so you can put it in your discard pile. And I
All right.
will defeat the Knickerbocker and put that in my puzzles pile. So
Nice. Now you can go over to the
there's 6 cards left in the Mayan
assessment.
Temple. I can't afford to flip anything over because all I have left are questions, but I have just enough, courtesy of I'll do anything to help. Costs 2 to buy some kind of kook Archie for 2. He gives me 3 questions, which is great, but I gain a red herring every time I play him. This may not be the smartest of ideas, but we'll see. I'm going to draw 5 cards, and sir, it is your turn. Ooh, Nelly. I can do some damage next
did
turn.
we forget to
Oh,
reset this
yes,
up
we
again?
did. It should be a 2.
Okay. Okay. Well.
What are you doing?
It's a darn good question, Aaron. It's a darn good question. I'm going to come up to Rook's Pawn, and I'm going to toss and investigate
Okay,
for a red,
that gives you a
and
clue.
I'm gonna come down here.
Spend another one, get some sleazy pictures.
Yeah, for the good old rub and tug.
It's destroyed, but you do get
Yes, and I gain 3,
3
right?
questions out of it that you can
All
spend this
right.
turn.
All right.
Ooh, do you have 3 more?
Yeah. Yes, I do. That's exactly what I was
Oh,
thinking.
oh, doctor, that is
So,
huge.
yeah, I agree. So there's that, and there's her.
4 clues is
And
a delightful slap in the face.
yeah, we need that desperately.
Yeah,
Um, just grab one, Chris. Just grab one. All right. Flip one over for free.
that's the
That doesn't look good.
bartender. We can't
Oh
defeat
yeah,
puzzles, so the puzzle box is inviolate for the time being
right.
until somebody kills her.
Um,
But I will be able to wipe something the hell out next turn,
well,
guaranteed.
I have an investigate if you need it. If not, I'm just gonna open up one of these too.
No, I don't need it. Investigate
All right.
will do me no good next turn. Let me tell you.
All right. Well, let's flip this over and see if we can cause some more trouble. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a fax machine. All right,
Okay.
that is the end of my turn.
Yep.
I'll take this down 1.
I am gonna head to Rook's Pawn. I'm gonna discard a red herring for a clue. I will discard another investigate for a second clue. And then I will play getting a scoop Lucia and getting a scoop Lucia for 4 more clues for a total of 6 and slap Regan Madsen in her face.
There you go.
For each of those, I get to name an enemy. So I'm going to pick Jackson Cross for both of them.
Oh, okay.
So he costs 6 by some chance. If you could take him out too,
Uh,
that would buy us a lot more time. In the meanwhile, I have one investigate card left. I cannot use it for anything meaningful. So I'm just going to go over here and reveal. It's Mick Flem!
oh God.
Again, doesn't do anything unless Jade is in play, so he's just a 5 clue cost enemy. Just standing in our way of revealing more Bruin Stew stuff. So that's the end of my turn. I'll draw 5 up, and it's your turn, sir.
Well. There's not much I can do, man. I wish I hadn't. I gotta get rid of these red herrings. That's really clogging me up here. So I'm going to destroy and investigate to get rid of a red herring.
Yeah, my first thought was we could just drop them all off at Rook's Pawn, and then I'm like, no, you should probably use them to thin out your deck of the starter
Oh,
cards.
yeah. Yeah, because I can't hit him anyway. Even if I didn't do that, I couldn't.
Yeah, I knew it would be a long shot, but
All right, and we cannot destroy puzzles because of this, right?
yeah. Oh, I could have picked her instead. She's an enemy too. I could have picked her, but
Oh yeah, she would have made way more sense. That's
my
all right. It's all
bad,
good.
my
It's all right.
bad.
It's all right. It's all right. I will go here and I will play 2, and let's see if we can get this thing empty. Louis.
You can't buy him, can you?
No, I only have 2 left.
Jackson's gonna kill him.
Yep.
All right, well,
Oh,
finish out your turn. That's okay. It's a low cost card. It's fine.
let's see. Let's interrogate. We'll just keep flipping stuff over.
Yeah, we got to find 3 more puzzle boxes.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's Dolores' ultimate. That never mind. Louis sticking around.
Yep.
Dolores is gonna hit the bricks. Oh, that
Oh, that's a
stinks.
shame because that's an amazing card.
That's an awesome ultimate. It gives you 5 questions, and you can use questions as clues this turn. So it
Yeah.
basically gives you
Uh,
5 wild cards to use however you want. Not to mention any other questions you might have in your hand are also usable as
that
clues.
sucks.
That stinks. That stinks. All right, so that's gonna end your turn. That's gonna go down to 0. Jackson Cross is gonna kill Dolores. Oh, that hurts.
Oh, that
Uh,
is a shame, damn it.
but Louis still alive,
Yeah,
and Regan is back in play. Nobody gets any red herrings, and we're still treading water somehow. Um, I could take Regan out again, but I think it's smarter to go to Tex's office and get rid of that bartender.
yeah, no, I agree. Let's get rid of the bartender.
I
Because we
desperate.
have to get rid of her in order to get the puzzle
Yeah.
boxes.
So I'm gonna go to Rick's pawn. I'll discard and investigate for 1 clue, and then I'll head to Tex's office and spend conspiracy theories Archie, gain a red herring, and 2 more clues for a total of 5, and kill the bartender. Now that is destroyed. Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's destroyed. All right, so that's gone. I'll flip this over for free and reveal David Wright. Ooh, that's a good one. Add to your puzzles pile. You may destroy this card to make 1 puzzle box cost -2 clues. So he
That's
actually
not bad at
makes
all.
he makes a puzzle box easier to capture. But I don't have enough left to do it. I just have one. I just have 1 investigate left, and it's not enough. Yeah, I keep forgetting to put it back up. Sorry.
That's all right.
I'm gonna discard my last investigate to draw up. Flip, shuffle,
All
3
right.
more. Holy crap. All right.
All
Well, I
right.
know what I'm doing with them. I know what I'm doing with my next turn.
All
Go ahead, CJ.
right. I'm gonna scoot over to the temple here,
All right.
and I'm gonna spend 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
and I will take him.
Nice.
Um. What else can we do? I'm just gonna discard a red herring and call it a day.
Okay. If that's it, I'm gonna drop the clock down to 1, and then it's
All
my
right.
turn. I'm just gonna keep this holding pattern going. I'm gonna go to Rook's Pawn. I'll discard a pair of red herrings and 2 investigates for 4 clues. And then I'm gonna play Getting a Scoop Lucia for 2 more,
Nice.
which gives me 6 and slaps Regan in her face yet again. I am going to name Jackson Cross as the other person who is now -1, so it costs 7 to take him out. And then I am all out of stuff to do, so I draw 5.
I desperately need another character, and I can't seem to get any of them.
Well, if you discover one, you're just gonna get him killed. So
I know
I
that's the
would
problem.
stock up on some interrogates before you try and get more characters. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you reveal one and you don't have enough money to buy it, it dies unless you can take Jackson
Yeah.
out. But good luck with that.
Well, since we're here,
Yeah.
put
Puzzles are
out a
fair
clue.
game again, by the way.
Yes, they are. I'm still trying to empty this pile here.
It makes sense. I mean, once that puzzle's empty, everything gets so much easier. Oh man, son of a b.
If you gained at least one. Oh yeah, this is the same one you do.
Yeah, I have one of those.
We're gonna scoop that up is what we're gonna do.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not gonna let her die. There's 2, and she costs 1 less
Why?
because of what Louis does.
Oh,
Non-Louis
yeah.
characters
Oh, yeah.
cost.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
call.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Nice. Go,
So
Louis. Louis rocks,
there's
man.
that. And then
Matt Vandy, what do you think so far?
I think I'm just gonna hold out.
Okay, so you're going to hang on to the card in your hand?
Yeah, because I
Okay.
don't want to flip anything over because, like you said, things are gonna get murdered. All
Matt
right.
Vandy says, it's amazing. I love it. Oh, that's cool. Thank you.
Oh, thanks,
Glad to
man.
hear that. So the clock runs down to 0. Jackson Cross is going to kill a character card in play, but there are none, so he does nothing. So we flip Regan back over. We reset the clock, what I should remember to do. So now I have a choice. I could theoretically, or no, I would be 1 short, wouldn't I? Yeah, yeah. I guess I could take the. Yeah, why not? I'm gonna go to Rook's Pawn. Or that's you, sorry. I'm already at Rook's Pawn. I'm already at Rook's Pawn. I'm gonna discard a red herring for a clue. And then I'm gonna head over to the Golden Gate Hotel and I'll play another clue to get me a fax machine.
Nice.
Destroy this
Hey, it's an extra
card.
card.
Draw a card at the beginning of your next turn. Yes, please. And then I'm gonna play another clue and hope I get a character card I can afford to buy with what I've got in my hand. Yes and no. It's another Louis card, but I'm happy with that. I'm gonna play some kind of kook Archie, gain a red herring, and I'm gonna buy that Louis card. And I still have 1
Nice.
investigate left, so I'll use it to reveal another card sitting there. And ooh, it's Love at First Sight Dolores. If you it costs 3, gives you 2 questions. If you've played another Dolores card this turn, you gain an additional 2 questions. So she can be worth 4 on her own. And that's it. I am out of cards. So I'll draw up to 5, and it's your turn, sir.
All right.
Ooh. I have some options next turn.
All right.
What you doing?
Well, I could flip Mr. Crossover, but
Really?
I would sack my whole turn.
That's not a bad turn, honestly.
It's not.
It's
But I mean,
to
at the
be
same
honest,
time,
better him than her because
right,
he kills people. She just gives us red herrings,
right.
which can be useful at least. But him destroying characters doesn't help either of us.
Yeah, but I also have 5 money in my hand, 5 clues or investigates rather, and I'd like to put it to some good use, but I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Well, if this helps, on my next turn, I will not be able to take out Regan. So
we probably should, huh?
we're gonna get slapped by one or the other of them. And if I have to
Right.
choose, I'd rather it be Regan than Jackson.
All right.
So if you can take him out, I say do it.
Well, I am going to.
Oh, there it
Yeah.
is.
And there's 5, and then I will
Fearless.
discard 3 cards. So that is 8.
He is taking a seat. Enjoy your stay, Mr. Jackson. Or rather, don't.
All
All
right.
right.
Well, that is my turn.
All right. We'll knock the clock down to 1. Things got just a slightly bit better there. I feel good about that.
Yeah, that was a good turn.
I'm going to hop on over to Tex's office, and I will play Conspiracy Theories Archie for 2 clues and gain a red herring. I'll play Getting a Scoop Lucia for 2 more clues and name an enemy in play. Do you have a preference? Is there an enemy you'd like to take out this turn?
Well, this guy is going to be a problem down here. When the next puzzle box comes up, he's going to steal it on us.
No, the trap only springs when he's revealed. So
so he's literally just taking up space.
Yeah, he's literally just blocking everything else in auto tech. So he might be sitting on top of a puzzle box. You don't know.
Right.
But I'm gonna spend my 2. I'll pick him just in case that's what you want to do. So he costs 5 now, and I will spend my 4 clues to defeat David Wright, and that goes to my puzzles pile. I can use that to make a puzzle box, cost -2. That'll come in handy. I'm gonna flip this over for free. Ooh. Investigative Reporter Lucia. If you played another Lucia card this turn, to draw a card. Part of me wants that, and part of me wants the Love at First Sight Dolores.
Yeah, I like both of those too.
I'm gonna take this one, I think.
All right.
And I'll spend 2 from that Dolores and an investigate, and I'll buy that.
And if you wanted to, you could swap her with the Bruin Stew.
Oh yeah, and make it cheaper.
Make it cheaper. Would that help?
Yeah, I might as well do that. I almost forgot about that ability. Thank you. So that only costs 2, so I have 2 investigate left, so that gives me some options. No, I still bought that.
Yeah.
I still bought it. It just costs 1 less.
But now you can flip another.
Now I
location.
have 2. Yeah, I have 2 investigate, and I might as well come down to the Fuchsia Flamingo because if I have 2,
giddy up.
Lucia's Ultimate, a big expose, costs 7 questions, gives you 5 clues, and if you've played another Lucia card this turn, critical enemies cost -2 this turn. Yeah, she can hand out some ass whooping. We need some serious clues to get it, but Jackson crosses down, so we have a little bit of time. I had to spend my investigate to do that, so I think I'm out of turns, so I'm going to flip those over, shuffle them, and draw 1 last card, and it is now your turn, sir.
All right.
Well, I ain't gonna be buying her anytime soon, but if you want to start going to the Golden Gate Hotel to... Oh, actually,
that's exactly
no, I used it last turn, so you have to do it. Go ahead.
That's okay. We're gonna do that. Let's
swap the 2 of them.
Yeah,
there we go.
Let's get that motion started.
Yeah, next turn we can just move her over here, and then hopefully we'll be able to get... Somebody will be able to get to 6 in order to do it. And you also have that Louis card that might help, so fingers crossed, knock on wood. That would be amazing.
I'm going to come over to Rook.
Okay, so Matt Vandy asked in the chat, he said, why did you put this aside before? It doesn't seem to have any fault so far. Part of it was my own expectations. Like, I was looking to make... I wanted to make a game that captured the feel of Tex Murphy. And in my eyes, there's a lot missing to make this Tex Murphy. Like it has the Tex Murphy theme, don't get me wrong, and it has the feel of running around to different locations, searching for things to find, to use, to defeat the bad guys. But it didn't feel right, and I also have very severe imposter syndrome when I try to do anything new or unusual. and it's kind of a pain. But um, and the third thing I think was that I felt like somebody else would be far more equipped to do a better job of making a great game than me. Um, Again, that kind of ties into my imposter syndrome, but it was triggered when I went to Magfest and I brought the game along, and Matt and Outstar both got to play it, and they both loved it, but like it didn't seem like they were excited by it. And maybe that was just me. Maybe that was just poor observational skills on my part. Maybe I was reading too much into it or not enough. I don't know. But I just didn't it didn't get the reaction I wanted out of Matt. And that's not Matt's fault. Not by any means. And like I said, I may have read him wrong. I don't know. Matt sure has been a huge proponent of this game. He wants me to complete it. He's very insistent about that. And I love the man, so I want to do what he wants me to do. So it hurt, but I also felt like, oh, is time up? Yeah, time's
Yep.
up. Okay, so Regan's gonna lightly slap us with red herrings, which I don't really care.
Yeah.
Doesn't really bother me, but it's gonna start to if I don't find a way to get rid of them. And then Jackson Cross shows his ugly mug again, but maybe it'll be okay. It's my turn, and I don't have a lot going on. But
I have 6 in my hand, Aaron.
you have 6 in your hand. Are you
Yeah, if
sure?
you could do me a solid.
I do you a solid. Well, I mean, I'll do you a real good solid. I'm just gonna.
That's what I'm. Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
going to
yeah,
the
yeah.
I'm going to the Golden Gate Hotel, and I'm swapping these two back and forth. So she costs 6
Muchos
now.
gracias.
If that wasn't enough, I have two. I have a Dolores card I was going to set aside for you, but if you don't need it, I'll use it
Nope, I
too.
got 6 right in my hand. Go bananas.
I am going
If
to
you can afford this, that would be really nice for you too.
6. No, no, I don't have nearly enough, and there's no way to make questions, unfortunately. Oh no, that's not true.
No, you have a couple of her.
If I take another couple of turns, I could move her to the Fuchsia Flamingo, where you can spend clues as questions. That also would make characters cheaper to pick up.
That's true too.
But I've already used the Golden Gate Hotel, so it would require 2 more turns to get her over there.
Right, right.
So I'm not gonna worry about it now. I don't have a ton of stuff I can do with this hand, so I'm just gonna play Alma, do anything to help and investigate to buy that Lucia card.
There you go.
I'm going to. Well, I have. Um, hmm. I'm going
I mean, there's
to.
another one over here if you got another 3. I
No,
mean,
I don't. I'm gonna come to Rook's Pawn. Or no, there's no point. I don't have enough. So I think what I'm really gonna do is destroy a red herring,
yeah, that's not a bad idea. You got a lot of them.
and I'll use it to get rid of an investigate. And then I'm going to leave a clue for you here. No, you won't be able to use it anyway.
I won't be able to.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Then I'll just come here and I'll spend my last clue to reveal the card there,
There you go.
which will allow you to move cards around if you so choose. That is a Archie card I need.
There you go.
Debunking Myths Archie costs 5 questions, gives you 2 clues, and you may destroy 1 red herring in your hand or discard pile to gain 2 more. That I need. I
All
need
right.
that. So
All right.
if after you're done buying your Uber
Yeah,
card,
I'm all over this.
if you wanted to move
Yeah.
over, I still don't have enough.
Yeah.
I'm still so far behind. He better not get killed by friggin' Jackson
2,
Cross.
4,
No,
and
as it stands,
6.
Dolores is in the most danger.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna pick this one up,
Nice. Drop the hammer.
and
If
then I'm gonna spend a clue to flip the next card over.
Hey.
Nice. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and swap these two cards.
Oh, you magic man.
So you got 4 in your midst there?
I do not, but it'll keep until I can get the 4.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
All right.
Uh,
I just have one last clue in my hand and there's nowhere I can use it. Is there anywhere that would be useful for you?
um, no, I was gonna slap Regan on my next turn because I can afford to do that.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm
So,
just going to discard it then.
and you can't use assist cards on critical row cards. So,
All right. No, that's no problem. All right. You are up, sir.
all right, timer drops down to 1. So before she gets too uppity, I'm gonna discard a red herring and 2 investigates for 3 clues. And then I'll play another one for 4 and getting a scoop Lucia for 6 and slap Regan in her silly face. So Gordon is still alive. We've kept Gordon just kept him alive for so
He doesn't
long.
even know he's dodging bullets right now.
He's
He has
dodging
no
bullets
idea.
every round. I am going to um yeah, Jackson's gonna kill her no matter what. So I don't have anything
No, don't worry
else.
about it. Jackson's going to take a dirt nap.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Really? All right. If you're sure, then
I'm positive.
I'll go to the Golden Gate Hotel and I'm going to swap these 2 around
Okay.
so I can get her to the Fuchsia Flamingo maybe next turn. And
Okay.
somebody will be able to pick that up using some clues instead of questions, or both.
Yeah.
Just a thought. Anyway, that's the end of my turn. I draw back up to 5. You're up.
All right. So,
Oh, jeez, it's all
uh,
garbage.
I'm going to scoot myself over to Rook Spawn,
Okay,
and I'm going to discard a red herring for a clue.
nice.
I'm going to play Fearless Lucia,
Nice.
and then add some fresh brains to that. So there's 7.
Louis!
So that
Slapping
flips him over,
slapping Jackson. Wait, that's 7.
plus the one I discarded.
plus the red
Yeah.
herring. Yep, that's 8.
Yep.
Wow, wow. We just bought
All right.
ourselves a couple of rounds. Nicely done.
And I'm going to scoot over here, and I'm going to put down some chocolate pie and investigate. I'm going to pick this up.
Very nice. Very
And that's
nice.
how it's done.
That's a sick turn, sir. Very sick.
Oh, that felt good. That
Yeah,
felt good.
yeah. Gordon's not going anywhere. He's got 2 rounds before he even has to worry about it. Speaking of that, the end of the round comes. Nothing happens because they're both dead. But we got to flip Jackson Cross back over. Regan is
Yeah.
still hidden. Can't do shit. Just the way I like it. Okay, so I still don't have enough clues, or enough questions to get that guy. What can I do? I could wipe out Elijah Witt or Mick, or I could scrap both of these red herrings and the 2 investigates in my hand.
That's probably not a bad idea. Can you afford this yet?
Not yet. Like I said, I only
Okay.
have 2 investigates and 2 red herrings. So
Right.
without another way to get oh, wait a minute. I'm a dummy. Um oh no, I still need another turn. I was gonna say I could just swap him over and then swap him over to Fuchsia Flamingo. But what I could do is swap her over to the Fuchsia Flamingo, and I could buy her. Unless, do you really want her?
No, go ahead.
All right, because that would be the strongest clue card I have. Because
Right.
I have much of nothing. So I'm gonna swap those 2 around at the Golden Gate Hotel. Use Rook's pawn and discard 2 red herrings and 2 investigates for 4 clues, and then I'll play getting a scoop Lucia for 2 more for a total of 6. I'll head to Fuchsia Flamingo where you can use clues as questions and buy Interrogation
Nice.
Bearable Dolores for 6, but she hits for 3, which is really nice.
Yeah, that's handy.
Yeah, I think that was a good move. I'll draw up to 5, and then it is your turn, sir.
All right.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna buy that Archie card next turn.
Well, I would certainly hope so. Let's see
It
here.
took a while, but I finally got some of my question cards out. Go for it.
Nice. All right. I'm gonna come over here and discard a investigate and play a clue, and
That's
we're gonna do it right back over here. We're almost down to the bottom.
Ooh, that's an Armageddon blend Louis. Costs 6 questions, gives 4 clues. If you're forced to destroy a card from your hand, reveal this card and draw a card instead.
Let me ask the guy who made the game. If I use something to get rid of a red herring, could I play that card to save the card?
Yeah.
Okay.
It says if a card forces you to destroy a card, and the red herring forces you to destroy a card. So, yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
All right. I almost have enough to buy him, but not quite enough, Aaron.
Do you want to start him moving somewhere? Because, like I said, I'm
Um,
gonna buy Louis. I'm gonna buy Archie on my next turn, so that space will be free for another
so
discount
you
space.
do this
So
and
yeah,
do
you
that.
swap those guys around, and next turn you can swap them over to the new place.
All right. And then I think, what else we got money wise? We could. Here's what I'm going to do, Aaron. I'm going to go here
Okay.
and I'm going to play this.
All right.
And I'm going to flip this card over. Oh,
It's
baby.
love at first sight, Dolores.
I really should just grab that, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna leave this out for you.
You're all heart.
And you may go, sir, and we'll go down a tick.
Down a tick, down to 1. All right. Well, since you were so kind, it seems only
Yeah,
fair.
yeah, exactly. Use that bad boy. So
Uh,
he costs one less, so you effectively have three with this card alone.
yeah.
You only cost four.
So I'm gonna play it with Love at First Sight, Dolores. And so that's 4, but he only costs 4. And into my happy deck he goes.
Yeah.
Um, to make sure I can repay the favor, I'm gonna play another world famous chocolate pie. Um, so non Louis characters cost -2 this turn. Wow. If I'd had just a little more, I could have bought Louis. But if they cost -2, that means I have 2 clues to do with what I want. So I'm going to spend 1 to flip this over and reveal Crazy Gary. I still have a question left, so I'm going to come to Golden Gate Hotel and we're going to swap those two. Can you move?
Okay.
Can you move Crazy? Never mind. I'll move
Yeah. Oh, I was
it.
coming.
Okay, so he's set and ready for you. And then, since she costs -2, she effectively costs 1 question. It's all I have left. I'm gonna buy that
You
too.
might as well, yeah,
I'm gonna buy that
for
too.
sure.
Why not?
Oh,
Uh,
that's fantastic. What
and
else you got in your hand, man?
I can still do some damage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come to Rook's Pawn and do something we probably should have done a long time ago. I'm gonna discard 2 red herrings. And that gives me 2 clues. I'm gonna destroy my David Wright puzzle, which makes
Okay.
a puzzle box cost -2, so that costs 4 now. And then Conspiracy Theories Archie will give me 2 more clues for a total of 4, and I
Nice.
take the puzzle box.
Very nicely done. Nicely done.
It says destroy, but I feel like it should be put into your puzzles pile instead, because
Right.
you need to know that all 4 have been defeated. So
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't really matter. They can have their own separate pile.
Yeah.
As long as you keep track of how many there are. So 1
Sure
puzzle
this one.
box down. We still need to find the other 3. We've gone through like half the game. We still
I
only
know.
found the
Where the
one.
hell are
I
they?
get if they're all under Rook's Pawn and they've just been sitting under that box, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Right.
I don't have any
I
more,
know.
so I can't do anything. So I'm gonna draw 3, and I'm gonna flip that over, shuffle the deck, and draw 2 more. And then it
All
is
right.
your turn, sir.
All right, so
Oh, Doctor. I'm going to be able to buy a big card next turn.
well, since I'm right there, I will spend an interrogate and an investigate and a little bit of I'll do anything. If only I had a little bit more money, I would have had a whole heap of money.
Yeah, right?
But I will pick that up.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna go over to Rooks, and I'm gonna discard a red herring. And I'm gonna come down here
Ooh.
and get a little fearless
Oh.
action going here.
Daddy likes.
Yeah. And then, yeah, he is gone. Or does anything happen when he's defeated?
Nope,
Defeat. Destroy
destroy.
this card.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's just tossed, which is good because now we can get. There's only 2 cards left in the Mayan Temple.
I've been working hard at that. I've been working hard at that file.
It's gonna make everything up here so much easier. All right, you're
Yes.
done. So the clock runs down to 0. Sadly, Jackson Cross is gonna kill the only character card in play, which is Lucia. Not the end of the world. But then
No.
Regan comes back, and we're back to square one. We're back.
That's all right though. We made a lot of progress.
One. Yeah, we did. We made a lot of progress. That was awesome. So I'm gonna reset the clock to 2, and then I'm gonna take my turn. So I think first things first. Texas office. That's the last card. So we may not want to defeat this because that will be an empty pile.
Right.
Trap. Flip the leftmost face down card and critical row face up. Okay, this is not gonna be as bad as it sounds because we're going to flip over the alien spacecraft, but if the Pandora device has not been defeated, it has to be flipped back face down. So it's going to go back to the far right of critical row, and then these are going to slip over like so, and it stays hidden. So his trap basically does nothing. But if you defeat him, you gain the card, and as long as Emily Sue Patterson is still alive, he's worth 3 clues. So it might be worth it. It might be worth it, but that's up to us to figure out. I still have the rest of my turn to do, so I am going to. What was I going to do? I think I was going to beat up Crazy Gary.
Just get him out of the way.
He also gained the card, and he's worth 2 clues, and that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
He also makes the Black Arrow Killer easier to take out, so I'm thinking I'm just going to come over here, and I'm just going to beat him up. Or no, sorry, wrong. I'm going to go to Rook's Pawn. I'm going to discard a red herring and an investigate. And then I'll come over to the Golden Gate Hotel and play a clue, and that's 3, and that defeats him. But he goes into my deck.
Gary.
He goes into my deck. He joins me. Yay. All right, now I'm going to have 5 questions to play with. What should I do? Where should I go?
Wanna flip some stuff over?
I think if I find oh no, it would have to be a 5-point card, but it's worth trying. I'm gonna come to Louis. I'm gonna play It Was Love at First Sight. Use one of the questions to reveal. Oh shit, that's the alien. At the start of turn, destroy an adjacent face-up card if able, and move this card to that location. On defeat, destroy this card. So the alien just consumes everything in its path. However, at the moment, there are no face-up cards in play. So as long as we leave these 2 spaces empty, the alien will not move. It will stay there, and it will not eat anything.
Fair enough.
But didn't somebody grab the... No, I didn't. Maybe it was you.
No.
I thought... No, it must have been the last game we found the alien containment unit.
Somewhere
out there is an alien containment unit that will kill that thing easily, but as it is, it costs 6. So I'm gonna stay way the hell away from there. I'm gonna spend my other clue to flip over at Rook's. Ooh, hello. I wish I could move it. I am sadly too many questions shy. I only have 3. I could spend them, gain another red herring, and that doesn't sound like a bad idea. So I'm going to come over here. I'll play my Some Kind of Kook Archie, gain another red herring, and use 2 of them to flip over this. Oh, it's another low-level investigative reporter Lucia. Helps you draw cards if you got Lucia cards, but otherwise I got 1 question left and nothing I can do with it, so it's just going to fizzle out. I'll draw 5 more cards. I'll leave the clock alone because it's your turn. Holy crap. Next turn is going to be awesome.
Good. I'm going to use 2 clues, and we're going to get to the next card in the pile.
It's another Dolores.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm just gonna grab her. I'm gonna throw her on some chocolate pie because Dolores likes the chocolate pie.
Mm, good deal.
Yeah, and I think we only got 1 card left here, don't we?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go up to Rooks. I'm gonna toss an investigate. I'm gonna play a fresh brains, and we're gonna use it up right here.
See what it is. Hey, it's another good Louis.
Nice,
Cost 6.
nice. All right, so that. If we can get rid of
And
that, that will make everybody a whole lot easier to kill.
yeah, it will. This is gonna drop down to 1. I am going to stay right where I am because I'm gonna play Conspiracy Theories Archie for 2 clues. I gain a red herring. I play Debunking Myths Archie for 2 more clues, and I get to destroy a red herring in my hand or discard pile for 2 more, so that's 6.
Nice.
That is 6 clues. And then I'm going to play Getting a Scoop Lucia for 8 clues
Yes.
and slap Jackson Cross in his stupid face. I also name Regan, unless you have another choice.
No, go ahead and name her.
Okay, so Regan costs 1 less now. She costs 5. And I still have some buying power here. I don't think it's enough. No, I would need to move things around, and I can't because the alien's sitting there. See, now's the problem. Like, I could buy this, but part of me doesn't want to because at
Right.
this point it might clog up my deck more than I like.
Right.
Having said that, I am gonna have a ton of red herrings, and I could always just get rid of it if I don't like it. So, and
Yeah.
we need to find those other puzzle boxes. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
play world famous chocolate pie. Non Louis characters cost -1 this turn, so she costs 2. He provides 2. Done deal. She is in my pocket, and then I have an I'll do anything to help, which allows me to spend 2 to reveal the next card in that pile. It's Emily Sue Patterson. Now, as long as somebody successfully defeats that card before the Black Arrow Killer shows up, she and Gus will be a very strong combination. She gives
Right.
you 3 questions, he gives you 3 clues. But if she dies, he becomes practically worthless. He becomes a 1-point clue card. It's not very
Right.
useful. So we might not want to reveal too many cards until we take her out.
Right.
Having said that, if you can take Regan out, that would be great. That would just buy us 2 more 2 more rounds of play.
Yeah. Why don't we do that then?
Oh snap! Here he goes.
All right. So you got your hand there, Aaron? You good?
Oh yeah, I haven't drawn up. That's fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna pop over here to the pawn shop.
Nice.
I'm going to destroy and investigate to get rid of this red herring.
Okay.
I'm going to discard and investigate. And then I'll hit her with the big boss.
Oh snap!
So that'll take care of her.
Yay! Gordon feels much safer.
Yeah, you're right. And I think I'm gonna hang tight there. I'm just gonna draw 4 cards and call it a day.
All right. Have at it. So that ends the round. Jackson shows back up, but he's like, "Damn it! I'm so tired of being slapped around."
Stop shooting me.
Yeah,
Why
please,
do you keep shooting
please
me?
stop shooting me. What do I have? I don't have a lot. You know, I can do 6. So why don't I go ahead and get rid of Elijah, or I could save Emily Sue. Either one is worth doing. Elijah's been there forever though. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make the most of my turn. I'm gonna go to rooks. I'm gonna discard a red herring and an investigate and another investigate for 3 clues. Play a clue for 4. Play a getting a scoop for 6, and take
Just
Elijah
gonna get
Lip.
rid of Elijah. Nice.
He's been there forever, and he
Yeah.
doesn't really give you anything. Oh, I need to add text to that card saying destroy this card. It just says return any captured puzzle box to play, but doesn't say what to do with the card.
Right.
No big deal. So that's everything I could do. So I am out. I'll just draw 5 more cards, and it's your turn, sir.
All right.
Holy shit. I just do 3 red herrings and 2 investigates.
Oh my. Oh my.
I'm going to be fairly useless next turn, but I can take out either Emily or Gus.
All right. Well, I'm gonna scoot over here and make life easier.
Yeah, get that good old boy.
All right. So I'm gonna play this one here. Excuse me, 2. That gives me 4, and that gives me 6.
Nice.
All right. And that's a lot of damage. I have 2 of those. That's 8 damage.
The more Louis is never a bad thing.
Never, never. That is good times. And all characters cost 1 less, but I don't think I can afford anyone else. What else
Probably
can
not.
we do? I don't want to flip either of these over, but I'm gonna murder this thing probably next turn.
That would probably be a good choice.
All right, why don't I do this? Let me get this stuff all cleaned up here. What are you gonna murder on your turn?
Crap, I forgot to reset the clock. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
On my turn, I'm probably gonna save Emily.
Okay. Well, how much damage you got in your hand?
5 if I drop everything at Rook Spawn. I told you I drew 3 red herrings and 2 investigates. If I don't drop them all at Rook Spawn, I'm gonna waste my turn.
So no, that's problem. So you have 3 of them, right?
Yeah, 3 red herrings. But I want to keep them for Archie. Because that's the strongest card in my deck, sadly.
Right. Well, tell you what, I'm gonna go hang out with the alien.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna leave this laying right there.
Oh.
And if you decide to blow up one of your red herrings, you can, not.
I can totally afford to do that. That's fantastic.
All right.
Yeah.
We make a good investigative team, Aaron. Is all I'm saying.
That's a good plan, man.
All right.
You play this game better than I do, and I made it. So I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna drop 2 red herrings for 2 clues, and then I'll come hang out with the alien at the Bruin Stew. Why is the alien hanging out at the Bruin Stew? I'm gonna play the Louis card and destroy Mr. Alien. Bye bye. Get lost. Where are all the puzzle boxes? No, I can actually use these now to find them. So I'm gonna use an investigate to flip over. Oh, that's the last card. Flip over the last card, and it's a Louis. We should probably leave that there.
We can leave him there though.
I'm gonna head over to the Golden Gate and spend an investigate to find another Louis, but we can buy that.
Now, what you should do, Aaron, is this last red herring over here.
Yeah.
You should destroy your investigate and then not destroy your investigate, and blow that up.
I kind of want the investigate to die if I'm gonna use the red herring that way, but I'm not gonna use it that way. I'm gonna play the red. I'm gonna discard the red herring at Rook's Pawn for 1 clue, and I can use that.
Oh, flip that over. Okay.
Auto tech to reveal another Lucia card.
Are you sure you put these puzzle boxes in this deck?
Yeah, they're there. They have to be. But I mean, at this point, they like there's 4 cards left there. There's 3 cards left here.
Yeah, well,
there's 9 cards here, so we haven't even done a lot at Seisen. They gotta be hiding at Seisen.
They must be.
That's my turn, so go ahead, sir. Okay, right. That's what a hand is supposed to look like. Jesus. Oh man.
All right, let's see here.
Yeah. Don't forget critical enemies now cost -1 because the Mayan Temple is empty. So critical enemies are going to be easier to put down.
See, I'm going to scoot over here. And we're going to do 4. And we're going to do 5, 6, and 7. Mr. Cross can have another nap time.
Oh man, I was gonna do that.
That's all right.
Well done, sir.
That quiets him up. And then I have 2. I only have 2 money and everything's flipped over. I think I'm just going to hold on to that interrogate and draw 4 cards.
All right.
All right, go ahead.
Round ends. Mr. Jackson Cross groggily steps back up to his feet.
Stop hitting me.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna head to the Fuchsia Flamingo. And I'm gonna. What does that do? Oh yeah, I need at least 8, which I'm not gonna get. So I'm gonna. Oh no, sorry. First things first. Rook spawn. Discard a red herring. Get a clue. Then head over to Fuchsia Flamingo. Play Interrogation under a Bare Bulb Dolores for 3 more clues, and then another clue for 5, and that will get me Emily Sue Patterson safely out of harm's way. And then I have 3 questions left. I think the best use might be to get this investigative reporter Lucia out of circulation.
Okay.
So I'll play It Was Love at First Sight and investigate for 3 and get that out of the way. There's still 6 cards at Autotech, so they could be there too.
Right.
Is that the last card? It must be the last card. Yep. I'm gonna flip that over. I'm gonna shuffle my deck. I'm gonna draw 4 more, and my turn is done. Oh,
Right.
doctor. Oh man.
Toss and investigate. And I'm going to use it right here. Ooh.
NSA,
NSA
agent.
agent.
Puzzle boxes cost +1, but he only costs 3 to put down, and he's destroyed when killed.
Yeah. I what to do? Do you want to murder him on your turn?
I can, sure. I've got 6 punchy to my name, so I was thinking about punching Jackson in the face again.
Well, I'll tell you what. Here's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm going to stay right here, and I'm going to leave some fresh brains here because you have a lot of non-Louis cards, and that will literally kill him for free.
Oh my god.
All right, and I'm going to draw 2 cards.
Now, mind you, you only gain the 2 once. You just have to, as long as you played any non-Louis
A
character.
non-right,
Yeah, it
but that
doesn't give
literally
you.
will kill him for free by you just playing another card for anything else.
Oh, you're leaving it at auto tech. Okay, I see what you mean.
Yes. Yeah, I'm leaving it at auto text. So you go do what you're doing,
Okay.
and then just stop over here when
Yeah,
you're done.
I'll stop there and make sure the. Yeah, Haggis McMooten. This is one I've been working on. I built it. It's my baby, so to speak. But I haven't been very kind to my baby. I'm a terrible father. I, I've only recently started working on it again, and most of it due to Tabletop Simulator because I found it so easy to import into Tabletop Simulator that I just and I also got this fabulously swanky, much more comfortable computer chair. It makes it easier to sit at the computer for long periods of time working on stuff, so that's also part of it. Okay, so my turn is going to
You
be
are up.
as thus. I will. Oh man, I'm one shy. I'm one shy of taking Jackson out. No, no. I think what I should do, best use of my time, go to say send and start flipping these over. So I'm gonna play Getting a Scoop Lucia. That gives me 2 clues, which I will use to flip over. He's
Trap.
fouled. Trap. I cannot move until the end of my turn. Damn it. Well, Autotech is busted. I can't kill it. I can
You
kill
failed
this.
me, Aaron.
I didn't mean to. I didn't know this was gonna happen. Son of a bitch. All right. Well, I can kill that at least. I'm gonna play Crazy Gary.
Crazy Gary.
And conspiracy theories will give me 4, which means I can destroy that, so won't hurt anyone ever again. Son of a bitch. And I'm trapped here with these 2 cards, but I'm going to hang on to them. I'm not going to discard them because I might be able to do some heavy-duty buying next turn if I get some decent cards. Okay.
All right, so
I can
this
work
goes
with
to
that.
the discard then, correct?
Yeah, it goes to the discard because it wasn't used, so just toss it
That's
away.
all right.
Sorry about that.
That's all right, man. It happens. All right, so
Wait a
here's
minute,
what
wait a
we're
minute.
gonna do.
Oh, puzzle
What?
boxes cost 1 more. I thought he might have made puzzles cost 1 more, which might have changed my turn around, but that's alright. I'm still stuck at say send, so what's up?
All right, so
I can kill him next turn. It won't
I
be a
mean, it's
big
not
deal.
even really a problem. I just want to get to the cards underneath him.
Yeah, amen to that.
But I think I'm gonna come over here with you and hang out.
Okay. There
Let's
might be
see what we
good.
can do
There
here.
might be goodies here. You got a puzzle, right?
What's that? Oh no, I don't.
Yeah, you need to have a
I can't
puzzle in
come
your
hang out with
puzzle
you.
pile to.
That's right.
Oh
I
no,
burned
no,
my
I'm
puzzle.
sorry. I'm sorry. It says you must have at least 1 puzzle in your puzzles pile to gain character cards here. So you can discover cards freely. You just can't buy any characters at say send unless you have completed at least 1 puzzle.
All right. Well, let's lay it out on the table here. I got an interrogate, and not only will I do anything, I do like anything
Oh my god. You have 2 more?
with some chocolate pie.
You should play them in slightly different order. Make sure one of those Doloreses is after Louis, because then you'll get 3 clues on top of. Unless my math is wrong, yeah, you'll have made 8. So play Louis
Yeah.
first, and then the other Dolores,
Yeah.
and that Dolores you'll have gained 8, so you'll get 3 clues on top of everything else. So
Yeah.
9 questions and 3 clues. Have at it, sir.
Yeah.
You can buy any character card in the game.
Yep.
There is
Well,
nothing costs more than 9.
we're gonna flip this.
It's
But
Ultimate Archie. It's
but
mine. You can't buy it anyway.
I can't buy it.
I want that so bad.
That's all right. That's what that's there for. So that was 2 of my clues. And then I'll spend my 3rd clue and my little investigate.
It's another NSA
Uh,
agent. Puzzle boxes now cost +2
oh, jeez.
if we ever find them.
If we ever find
They
them.
must be on the bottom of these decks. I swear to God.
Yeah. And then I have how much buying power? 2, 4, 6, 7. I think we're gonna take this. And then we'll flip this.
Ooh. Thomas Malloy. Puzzle boxes cost -2, but if Jackson
Ha!
Cross or NSA agent is in play, destroy this card. Bye, Thomas. He showed up and was just as quickly ejected, just like in the real game. He does make it easy to take out puzzle boxes, but he does not live very long.
All right. Well, that was my turn.
All right. Oh no! No!
What's the matter?
Shit.
Oh, Jackson's gonna murder him, isn't he?
Jackson murders Archie.
That stinks.
God damn it. And Regan shows up again.
All right.
Son of a bitch. I needed that card. Okay. Well, I can't. Like all the wind has gone out of my sails. Like I don't even
It's
know
gonna
what
be
to.
okay.
I don't.
Let's get
I don't
to
even. I don't
Take care of
even
some of these NSA agents so
I
we
don't
can do
even
some
know what
stuff.
to do with myself. No, that's not true. I'll come to Autotech and I'll play Debunking Myths Archie. I can destroy Red Herring in my hand or discard pile to gain 2 clues, which gives me 4, which kills this guy and leaves me with a spare. So I will use the spare to flip over the next card in line. It's Feralette. Take a character card from your hand. If you have none, take the lowest cost character card in play, and 3 interrogate cards, shuffle them together, and randomly choose one. Put that card in your discard pile and destroy the rest. If no character cards are available or there are less than 3 interrogate cards left, ignore this event. Destroy this card. Alright, so
Huh.
that's going to go bye-bye. I am willing to risk. Sure, why not? I'll risk Investigative Reporter Lucia. And a 1, a 2, a 3. Worst case scenario, it's slightly worse. And the one I get to keep is... Hey, I got my Lucia card back! And I'll destroy the 3 interrogates. That could have worked out worse, but I did lose the card, so that kind of sucks. I don't have any clues left, so I can't do anything here. I have 3, and I could buy Louis. You know what? I'm just going to do it. I'll spend that Dolores and that Investigate so I can buy that Louis. And I'll draw 5 cards, and it's your turn, sir.
Alright.
Oh, man. This is a god-awful hand.
I don't want to hear that kind of nonsense.
Oh, good night, Matt. I'm sorry I didn't see you was getting ready to go to work. Said I had have a great time, you guys.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Haggis McMooten is still hanging out, though. Oh, I missed a question he asked earlier. He said, I love deck builders. What big name deck builder is this most like? I don't know. It's kind of a cross of ideas from Legendary and oh, what's the one with the center row that I can't remember off the top of my head. I bought enough of them.
Ascension?
Ascension, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
It's kind of a cross between Legendary and Ascension in that it's objective based, so you have to take care of the objectives to win, like Legendary, but you have even less control over the cards you see, like you would in Ascension. Um, it's all about searching for the right things you need to build the deck you want in order to take down the bad guys. And I will not be doing any taking down of bad guys this time around. So if somebody's okay, that answers that. It's like I can't take out Jackson or Regan this turn. He's like, I got it. I'll slap him around. Don't worry about it.
All right. And then you can use clues or you can use investigations for clues down here, right?
Correct.
All right. Well, we're gonna scoot
No,
on down here.
wait. What do you mean? It's the other way around. You can use clues as questions, so it makes it easier to buy. Makes it easier to buy characters,
but not to kill.
but
people.
not to kill enemies. No,
but I want to murder Aaron.
I know. Believe me, I know.
All right. Well, let's flip. Let's throw our investigate down and flip this thing. Maybe it's a puzzle box.
It is. We found another one. Of course, 2 of them were at Rooks. It's Regan's puzzle box. It's the same as the last. Costs 6 clues to put down, and once we get all 4 puzzle boxes, we can finally beat this game. But I mean, the bad guys are not having a great time of it. I gotta say. Hey, it's Garden House Lady puzzle 4. Add to your puzzles pile. You still don't have a puzzle, so you might want that. You can destroy it to defeat Thomas Malloy without paying its cost. That needs to be rewritten. Thomas Malloy is no longer a puzzle to defeat. He is now just an ally. Okay. I'll fix that later. Anyway, Flock goes down to 1, and I have literally nothing of value to do. I think just because I need something worthwhile, I'm gonna go to the Bruins to play. I'll do anything to help and 2 investigates, and that'll buy me that Louis, so I have a little bit more damage. And then I'll come to Rook's Pawn, play a clue, and discard a red herring to get another clue. So I have 2, and then I'll come to say send and flip over that card to reveal another puzzle box.
How
Okay,
about that?
getting close now. I'll draw 5 cards, and it's your turn. I ain't gonna
The
be
problem is
doing.
everything, absolutely everything out here requires clues, and I'm low on clues.
Yeah, I drew a handful of questions, so I'm gonna be sitting pretty. Although I could easily slap Regan. It only costs 5 now. So you can literally just go to Rook's Pawn and drop your entire hand to slap Regan around.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I got 4.
Wow.
So let's go ahead and take care of that.
Yeah, now you can do stuff at Say Sen.
Yeah. Um.
You know what? I really should reword it so it is that way. You must have a puzzle to discover cards there because that makes more sense.
Right.
You don't meet any characters at Say Sen. Well, you meet one, but only briefly.
I I guess I will spend an investigate to flip the next one over.
What'd you
Oh, for
find?
heaven's sake! Where are all the puzzle boxes?
Rudy. Rudy! There is 1 card left at the Golden Gate Hotel after him.
Right.
I'm just gonna
And I think
write that
I think I'm
down.
gonna hold on to my hand here because I really can't. I'm gonna toss this investigate. I'm gonna draw 3.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Makes
We
it
hit the 0 tick.
We hit the 0 tick. It is time for bad stuff. Well, sort of. So first things first, Regan gives us both a red herring. And then Jackson Cross returns to the fold and grumbles. Groggily gets to his feet yet again. Okay, I can't do much. I can get rid of that thing, or that's you.
That's my guy.
That's you.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna head up to Rook's Pawn. I'm gonna discard a red herring and a clue to give me 2 clues. Come over here and defeat Rudy the Upholsterer and draw a card and put it in my hand or on top of my deck. So let's see what I draw. That is an investigate. I'll put it in my hand. The hell. Because then I can immediately spend it on this last card. So I'm going to spend it and flip over. My girlfriend threw my gun out the window. All other enemies and puzzles cost +1. Trap. Discard a card from your hand if you cannot destroy a card you played this turn. I'll discard another. Okay. All right. Well, that was fruitful. I can't kill it. Son of a bitch. And I can't do anything else. Wow. I'm just gonna hang on to what I got and end my turn. I think that was just
Right.
that was an abysmally bad discover round. I got nothing.
Yeah,
Oh, but next turn, you're up, sir.
All right. What do we need to do here, man?
Well, we need the puzzle boxes first and foremost. I can get one on my next turn, but they cost +1 as long as that jerk is still in play.
Of course they do. Of
Yeah.
course they do. Well, let's go here. Um, that works backwards. Damn.
Hmm.
Hmm. And I don't have one of those. All right. I think I'm going to. I'm just gonna discard this for some damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna discard this for damage because money is not doing me any good at this point.
No.
And then I'll come back over here with a clue, and we'll get this thing out of our hair.
Yay! Oh, it's empty
All
though.
right, let's destroy.
Oh, that's troubling.
Is that bad? Should I
Yeah.
leave him alone?
No, he needed to go, but I mean,
Okay.
if we have 5 locations empty, we lose the game. So
Oh, I
don't
gotcha.
don't buy Gus Leach over here. He's the last one in Texas office. Just leave him there.
All right.
And if no, we'll be fine because there are cards under both of these, so
Yeah.
it's not possible for too many puzzle boxes to be the last cards in the pile. So
All right. So I'm gonna whip that
we're
out.
safe. So anything else you can do, you're gonna fearless that guy away, right?
Yep. And
He's
he's
destroyed.
gone. And then I got
You have one clue left by my count, so you could go to auto attack.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking because there's still 4 cards here.
Another Dolores.
All right. I'm just gonna sit tight and draw 4.
What's this game most like? What deck builders inspired it? It's hard to pick a game that it's like. I can't think of another deck builder where you actually travel from location to location. Um, I mean, off the top of my head, I can't think of one like that. The closest thing is probably just Legendary, just based on the fact that your objective changes every game and you can mix and match the different characters to create different case decks and yeah, it's probably closest to Legendary. I think of all the deck building games I've played, I've probably played Legendary the most. Um, but
You're
yeah,
up, dude.
yeah, it's some original ideas too. Did you already tick down the thing or
Yep,
no?
I already
Okay,
ticked it down.
all right. So
We got another round to deal with these guys up
fair
here.
enough. I'm going to say Sen, and I am going to play Interrogation Under a Bare Bulb for 3 clues, that clue for another clue, and getting a Scoop Lucia for 2 more for a total of 6, and clear that puzzle box.
Nice.
I will name Jackson Cross or Regan.
I have 1 damage in my hand.
Yikes. You could kill Regan, though. So I'm going to drop her down to 4.
Okay.
So yeah, you could conceivably kill her. Leave Gus
Yeah.
alone. Leave Gus alone. He's the last card in that pile.
Yeah.
And I have 5 questions left to my name, which doesn't get me anything, but I'm gonna hang on to it and draw. Whoops! I meant to draw only 3. My bad. Those back over. Holy crap! If only I had that Dolores card. Go ahead, your turn.
All right. I'm going to come up here, and I guess we'll get rid of Regan, huh?
Well,
Or well,
we should, or else we
Regan would.
risk losing Gordon, and he's our safety.
Um.
Regan's the weak link. If you can somehow get Jackson Cross out of play, but I mean you said you didn't have any damage.
No. I got 1 clue. I'll discard a red herring. I'll discard an investigate, and that's 4. So that will take care of that.
That's 4.
Or it's 3 rather. There's 4.
There you go. Hi Regan. At
Uh,
the end of the round, Jackson is going to kill Dolores, so that actually does us a favor.
yeah, I was kind of thinking that too. I'm gonna come down here and spend 2,
Nice.
and we'll flip this over.
Top lock. Puzzle. Cost 2. Add to your puzzles pile. You can destroy that card to gain a clue at any time.
Mm,
That's handy.
yeah.
Okay. That ends the round. Jackson kills Dolores, and Regan shows up once again, and the clock resets. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna want to hang on to those 3 at least. And I'm gonna come to. I'm not gonna do much. Honestly, I'm gonna come to Rook's Pawn. I'm going to play an investigate or drop an investigate and an investigative reporter for 2 clues. Come back to say Sen and reveal another Archie. All right, I'll play that to pick him up.
All right.
And
Drop 2 more to flip it.
no, I'm gonna end my turn there and hang on to
All
those
right.
because those are high power. high power
All right.
cards. So, all right, go ahead, sir.
All right.
I can't do any damage. This stinks.
I am going to. Yeah, I suppose we should. I'm gonna dole out 9.
Holy crap!
Yeah. So
you want to do? You want to? Yeah, you can do a puzzle box and the lock.
because this is this,
You can do.
this is 5.
Yeah, it's 5.
Yeah, because its puzzles cost -1 too.
No, critical enemies in puzzles, meaning critical puzzles.
Oh, just these guys up
Yeah,
here. Okay.
just the guys up here.
Oh, okay.
But it's still useful, obviously. So it still costs 6. So you could do this in a cop lock. You could do Jackson in a cop lock. I wish you could do like Regan in
Oh,
the
we can.
box.
We can. So there's 6.
Okay, so
Add that to the
you
pile.
still have 3 left.
I still have 3 left. 4, 5. I'll discard,
Okay, so you
and
got
that'll take
5.
care of her.
And Regan gets slapped around too. Nice. That was a good turn. And you still have a card left. Do you want to do something with it?
I do. I'm going to use an investigate, and we'll flip this card.
Another Archie.
Oh my God, where the hell are these cards?
There's only one puzzle box left we need. You got 1, I got 2. So let's see. The clock ticks down. I'm going to head over to Rook's Pawn and sell him some red herrings for 2 clues.
There
And
you go.
then head back over to Seysen and flip over. Ooh, another good Archie card for 5. Sold. I'll play Emily Sue Patterson and investigate reporter Lucia for 5 and pick him up. And then I think I'm gonna stop there. Yeah, or no. No, no. Let's speed things along. I'm gonna go to Rook's Pawn. I'll play some kind of kook Archie for 3 questions. Gain a red herring. Spend 2 of them to buy that some kind of kook Archie. And the last question. Oh, that's the last card. But that's okay. We're just gonna leave it there. It must be the last card in one of these piles.
My God.
It must be. There's 3 cards left there. There's 4 cards left. It's in one of these 8 cards left in each section. All right, so I draw 3. I flip that over. I shuffle it, and I draw 2 more, and it's your turn.
All right.
My deck is a ridiculous 34 cards. At this point,
Yeah.
it's huge. I mean, mostly red herrings, but if I had just gotten my hands on that beautiful Archie Ultimate, I would have been shredding red herrings like a chainsaw.
All right. I'm just gonna stay where I'm at. There is 3. There's 4, and then discard 5, 6, and 7.
He's
And that
slapping
takes care of
Jackson
this
in the
guy.
face too. Stop hitting me.
Go ahead. I'll put these all away.
He wakes up groggily yet again. Like, oh, here we go again. I'm gonna stay at Rook's Pawn and discard 2 red herrings for 2 clues. Come back to Seysen, flip this over, and reveal the final puzzle box. Yes.
Thank fuck. Yeah. All right. I knew we'd get there eventually.
Yeah. Oh darn! I was gonna buy that, but no, that'd be stupid. I am just going to play my clue as a assist if you need it, and I will discard the rest of my hand and draw 5 new cards. Go ahead.
I will stay exactly where I am, discard 5 cards, and I will move over here and buy this puzzle box.
Play my clue and take the puzzle box. Yay! All right, so this must be the Pandora device, so I'm going to flip it face up. If all 4 puzzle boxes have not been defeated, you flip this back face down and move it to the rightmost space in critical row. We need 7 clues, or in our case 6. Defeat. Find the alien spacecraft in critical row and flip it face up and destroy this card. So we just need another run like that. Is it your turn over?
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to run to Rook's Pawn, discard 3 red herrings, and an investigate for 4 clues, and play conspiracy theories for 2 more clues, a total of 6. And thanks to the Mayan Temple, I destroy the Pandora device,
Nice.
which reveals the alien spacecraft. It might have been wiser to take out Jackson Cross, but I don't know. Alien spacecraft costs 9, so for us that's 8. At the start of the round, if Jackson Cross is in play and Gordon Fitzpatrick is not, players lose the game. This is why you keep Gordon Fitzpatrick alive as long as possible. And because start of round effects go left to right, if we leave a round where Jackson can kill Gordon, then at the start of the start of round effects for the alien will happen after that, which means Jackson will win. So we have to keep Gordon alive. It's a good thing we didn't let him die. If we'd let him die, we would have been in trouble. Assuming we weren't still pelting them repeatedly with the punches as we have been. So CJ, why don't you go ahead and do
May
what
I?
you're gonna do? Yeah.
I'll put this fellow right over here. This is the greatest building in this entire game, okay?
Yeah.
I just want you to know that.
Oh,
There's 4.
I forgot to bring it up, but we are running out of time.
No, we're not. 5, 6, 7, 8.
And the alien spacecraft explodes with Jackson and Regan in it.
Yay!
And all
May
were
he
made.
finally rest in peace. He's been
All
murdered
were
1,000
made
times.
merry. He's been beaten up beyond a shadow of the man he used to be. But Jackson Cross has been defeated, and that's it. That is the Tex Murphy deck building game as it is. This is still very much in a prototype phase. We're testing it to get the kinks out of it. I still think it could be harder, although this Pandora Directive was a bit harder than it probably should have been. There needs to be a way to find puzzle boxes, or maybe I could put more puzzle boxes in so that as long as you collect 4 out of the 8.
Right. There's 6 in there, but you only need 4
Yeah, so
or
you only
something.
need 4 or something like that. There needs to be a way to speed that up. Because
Yeah, that was brutal. I mean, it was down to like 7 cards.
To be fair, once you reached a certain point, it was almost impossible for Jackson or Regan to get anything done because we just kept slapping them over and over again. So they weren't really a threat, but
No, thankfully not. I mean, but at any given point, if we had ignored them,
yeah,
it would have ruined the game.
If we'd let Gordon Fitzpatrick die and the spacecraft flipped up before we were ready to take care of either of them, we would have lost the game. But thankfully, we kept Gordon alive, which was the important part. So that's it. Yeah. I want to thank everybody who came to our stream for watching. Haggis, Matt Vandy, Dave Thompson showed up. Jesse showed up at some point. A lot of cool people came by. What Dead Donkey? Adam's been watching this entire time. I appreciate that.
Thanks for watching, dude.
Like I said, this is still very much a work in progress. I'm going to keep working on it. I want to finish up the cases and then tighten everything up. But yeah, at some point I'm gonna make this available on Tabletop Simulator for anyone to play. At some point, not yet. Like I said, I wanna tighten things up, but it will eventually get to that point. Yeah, I appreciate any comments, ideas, suggestions, anything you got. As long as it's constructive criticism, I'll take it. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. This has been obviously a labor of love, and I'm not. Yeah, that was devastating.
That was my next turn. That was
your next turn. I thought that was the last turn.
No.
My God, 13.
It was gonna bulldoze somebody.
Oh my goodness.
I was gonna kill Jackson Cross twice in one round.
Jesse's been here the whole time. Any plans to publish it or kickstart? No, because I don't own the rights. If Big Finish Games were to say something along the lines of like they really like it and they want to sell it, they would do so with my blessing. I would hope they'd kick me something, but I love them, so it doesn't really matter if they were like, we just want to do it and we're gonna take it. Because honestly, this whole thing was the love letter to Tex Murphy in the first place. So if something does happen, that's going to be up to them. What manner or shape that takes, again, also up to them. This was just something for fun to do, a way to give back to the fans in a way that I knew. Because I've wanted to make a Tex Murphy game my entire life, but I don't have the skills to actually make a real Tex Murphy PC game. But this seemed simple enough, and I felt like I knew enough about board games to give it a try. And so far, I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. Like I said, some things do still need a little work, but otherwise, I'm pretty happy with it, and I think I'm gonna keep working on it because I think I doubted myself a little bit too much and gave up too early before. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna stop rambling any minute now. So
Yeah, it's time for bed, dude.
it is
Some of us
time
got
for
to work in
bed.
the morning.
It's yeah. Well, technically I gotta work, but I'm not leaving the house. But anyway, sorry, didn't mean to rub it in or anything. Stay healthy, dude. Seriously, if they're still bringing you to the office. Um, so thanks for coming, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. This will be up on our YouTube eventually. There's another one in the pipeline headed that way first, but we will bring this up. So you can watch it later, or you can watch the VOD on our Twitch channel for another 7 days if you so desire. You can also catch us on our YouTube channel, Masters of Boredom, spelled BOARDDOM. CJ just logged off. I'm like,
I'm
what was?
still here.
I'm like, what was that? And he's gone. Yeah, thanks for watching. Really appreciated having you guys along, and I was glad I get to show this to you. I hope any Tex fans who saw my post in the Facebook group and wanted to know what this was all about got a good grasp of what's going on and how it plays like and what the deal is. And I apologize for any confusion. I wasn't sure how best to show it off. I probably should have dialed in close for some of the more important things going on, but you know, it is what it is. It's Tabletop Simulator. Thanks again for watching, and we will catch you guys next time. Say goodbye to the lovely people, CJ.
Night, everybody.
Good night. Take it easy. Stay safe.